Gordon Hayward shows his stop that music now. Thank you. You know, I gotta say, like, usually, I, well, I mean, I don't say usually. I love Techno X's shit, but that was just fun. I liked that. I'm putting it in the chats here. Everybody can take a look. All Jesus Christ, there is all kinds of fucking craziness going on around my apartment tonight. I don't know why or what it is. There's screaming outside. Oh, still got that up. I like that. Yeah, there's like screaming downstairs, people jumping all around, banging on doors. And I'm not even making this up. This is actually happening. It's a bit unnerving, I'm gonna say. But yeah, so got ticker lines done once again. Happy about that. What up, Larry Kubiak? We got Dina here. Kimmy Parsons is here. Mickey Ficky, how you doing, honey? Nova Yeti back. Oh, is Manchester the epicenter of the apocalypse? Part of me hopes so. At least then it would have a distinction beyond Adam Sandler. But let's keep in mind, New Hampshire also invented the alarm clock. You're all so very welcome. Yeah, Crispy Genzar. Yeah, maybe another vacancy open. Yeah, it's like, listen, somebody was murdered down here in this apartment, what we got for rents here. Now we're going to knock off a serious portion because of that. You're only going to have to pay $1,500. Nothing included, of course, to live here around, well, listen, we've had the homeless and the addicted. They haven't been around quite as much, although I did find a guy. I was outside smoking a cigarette at like 3 a.m. or something because I don't sleep much anymore. But I'm out there having a cigarette on my little balcony, and I hear these footsteps coming up the stairs. Now, I've lived here for 4 years now, so I know the sound of footsteps. And these were sneaky steps. These are people. This is somebody trying to walk lightly, so no one would hear him. And I was standing there, and I'm just like in like a hoodie and like sweatpants, and I'm off to the side, and he comes up the stairs, and he's like, "Oh my god, I didn't see you there, bro." Like, I know everyone who lives and comes through this building. I'm like, "No, you didn't." I'm like, "Oh yeah, no, my aunt used to live here." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. I'm sure she did." Cool. What? Does anyone live over there yet? I'm like, "Yeah, some people live over there now." And he walks around to the porch, around this side little balcony thing, out to this like concrete balcony. And he's wandering around out there. And a clearly homeless guy, probably. I don't know if he was high. Probably coming down. But and he comes back around and he's like, "Oh, I didn't know anyone was living there now." I'm like, "Oh yeah, no, people are living there," as though it's like, "Oh, were you just breaking in and sleeping in there?" I mean, good on you. That's industrious of you. That's the kind of spirit to lift you up out of this poverty here. But and he's like, "Oh, well, I'm homeless," and all I could say was, "I gathered that." But seriously, $1,500 a month to live, downtown near the vibrant city center where all the ambulances are and the tow trucks. And who the fuck is outside of my door right now? Oh, it's my neighbor. Oh yeah, that kind of shit. Like, who wouldn't want to pay that? So yeah, I don't know. Maybe there'll be a vacancy opening up when people get to shanking each other around here. And I got a little challenge for myself. Actually, no, it's not even going to be a challenge. I'm not even going to bother mentioning it. So I hope everyone has enjoyed their week. I hope everyone survived it. That's a good time to be alive. That's an interesting time to be alive, at least. So, yeah, I think status quo in New Hampshire, I suppose. Let me see here. So I managed to get. You know what the bitch of it is too? Like I spent like a good portion of the afternoon just trying to like clean out like my Discord OBS and like Teespring and other things. I'm like, this is all way too cluttered because I haven't been paying attention. And so I just like tried to delete a bunch of shit, and then I got down to trying to build new OBS things, and it occurred to me that it takes considerably more planning than I had put into it. So we're still chilling on the old style of things here. Just for now, though, we got the American flag back there. That makes it good. That's fine. Canuck made it through the week and negative COVID results. Oh, that's right. Somebody I know had a COVID test. I'm glad to hear you're negative, buddy. Now, I'm going to go down to the Trump rally. I'm going to ask him to just spit in my nose a little bit. Just right up my nostril, just so that I can say I got infected by the best, the grandest, the bestest, the one you wouldn't believe. Kubiak says, dude, I went back to the office for 1 week and they had 20 cases. Yeah, it's almost like this is a pandemic and it didn't go away because we all got bored with it and wanted to go back to seeing sports matches and shit. Who would have thunk it? Oh, I don't know. Just anybody who knows what's going on. Now, I should probably get jacked in here. Of course, as always, if in the second half or so of the show you want to come in, maybe jump in the room. Hold on a second. Yeah. I was gonna bother like Edinburgh, some other folks. What in the fuck? People are like doing laps on my stairs right now. This is absurd and obscene. So, yeah, let's just check in with a couple folk there. I need to plan these things better. That's the thing I need to get back to is planning better. Oh, I lost half of my YouTube audience. However shall I survive? Yes, a no swab negative. Okay, so everybody else is getting. You know what? I'm gonna forego COVID testing entirely. Going to assume that I have it the whole time, and I'm gonna measure each non-socially distanced decision I make from there. Upon that. Now, I may get struck down by the Facebooks and the YouTubes and the Googles for spreading false information, but that's not false information. That's just what I'm going to do. It doesn't suggest any particular methodology. Yeah. So I think I've got a solid plan. I think I can make it work. I don't know how. I don't know. I don't see how it could possibly fail, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So let's take a look, though. I mean, I did find some odd things I wanted to, look at, and I thought maybe you'd find it interesting, too, because guess what? The whole world's on fire and falling apart, of course, but that doesn't mean that there aren't important things that are happening. This dog, for instance, is apparently a time traveler. Now, mind you, I didn't read the headline yet. Paradox-free time travel is theoretically possible, researchers say. That's how this dog showed up to explain to the world how time travel could actually work. Again, I'm just going on, my initial assumptions of what I'm seeing. The past is obdurate, Stephen King wrote in a book about a man who goes back in time to do as much cocaine as is possible before all the cocaine ran out, and to prevent the Kennedy assassination. It doesn't want to be changed. I actually do have I have ideas on this, but I will share them shortly. Turns out King might be onto something. Countless science fiction tales have explored the paradox of what would happen if you went back in time and fucked your own grandma and became your own grandpa, and you came back and looked yourself in the eye in the future, realizing that was the first time that both of you knew the same thing at the same time. Also, perhaps one of the many pop culture examples of Back to the Future, when Marty McFly goes back in time and accidentally fucks his own mother to become his own dad, then lets his own dad raise a kid that wasn't even his, but technically was actually his grandchild in a sense, after a sense, but at the same time it was still not his child. He never got it on with her. You could tell. It was Crispin Glover. Sorry. This is all in the article. I know it's tough to read on the screen, so I'm just trying to give as much context as I can. But maybe McFly wasn't in danger after all, according to a new paper, because they say paradoxes can't actually exist. Now, are we saying that we're talking about an MCU style Avengers Endgame multiverse timeline thing? No, not at all, because I haven't read the article yet. I'm just really just moving forward in time, according to what I understand that this article is kind of telling me as my ADD-addled brain bounces all around the page looking for keywords that I can draw conclusions from without context. This is how news works. I'm sorry. Say you traveled in time to attempt to stop the COVID-19 patient zero from being exposed to the virus. University of Queensland scientist Fabio Costa told the University News Service. However, if you stopped that individual from being infected, that would eliminate the motivation for you to go back in time. And yes, we all know how this works. Jesus Christ. It's like these people talk to us like we're babies who've never seen time travel movies before. It's frankly kind of insulting. Grandfather paradox, all this says is, okay, these people are wrong. Here's the reason why. This dog, they didn't listen to the dog. He's even got, look at this. He's got the watch. He's got a calculator watch. He can do all that. Look, the point is that time is not actually a linear flow of cause and effect. It's not a forward-moving thing that we're all just being dragged through. It's all a simultaneous constant that our very limited monkey brains can only manage to perceive in the linear arrow of time being cause and effect. Because in the totality of things, everything which has happened will happen, everything which will happen has happened, it'll all happen all over again, except not really, because it's all a simultaneous constant. Now, if we'd have just listened to this dog, we would know this, and we would learn to stop worrying. Because all of the choices that we think that we're going to make using the data that we think that we're going to compute as though we were some kind of actual computing machine as opposed to just a biological organism instantaneously reacting upon base instinct to every situation we're presented with. Well, if that was the case, well, that would be kind of horrible, wouldn't it? But don't worry, tomorrow night you're going to lay your head down somewhere in some fashion at some point. Maybe not tomorrow night, maybe tomorrow morning, who knows? But at some point, you're going to lay yourself down to bed. You're going to fall asleep again, and it's going to happen somewhere. And everything that's going to happen between now and then, it's already happening. It's already been you're just part of a machine. I know it takes away the sense of being special, but this is a comforting portion of reality we have here, because it means that eventually we know that the future will give us dogs who manage to build cardboard time machines to come back and inform us of this and have all of their lessons laid out like pearls before swine, and their genius will fall upon deaf ears, and I will move on to the next story. What's that? What's the next story? Is it as profound? Kind of. When these parrots take over, we're all fucked. Potty mouth parrots split up zoo bosses after egging each other on not to swear. Oh, on to swear, yeah. So a bunch of parrots learned a bunch of curse words, and then they decided to start cussing out everyone who came through the zoo. I approve. This is my favorite form of zookeeping, I think, if I'm going to be completely honest. The parrots, named Billy, Eric, Tyson, Jade, and Elise. Oh, it sounds like a troublesome group. Well, joined Lincolnshire Wildlife Colony as part of 200 Great Parrots in August. But it didn't take them long to ruffle feathers with their little gang activity, their tattoos, trying to sell drugs to dye in their feathers. They're convincing innocent parakeets to take Molly. And, also they saw very quickly that they were swearing at the same time. So, this I just love. I love the fact that birds can learn to tell people to fuck off. Most parrots clam up outside for some reason. These ones relish it. Those 5 love it. And the 5 parrots have been distributed to different areas of the park so they don't set each other off. This is bullshit. This is like denying evolutionary biologists a dream vacation. Mr. Nichols explained that nobody had complained about the parrots, but they were separated for the sake of young visitors who only hear the word fuck and cunt from their parents, in the hopes it would pick up natural calls from other great parrots. I want them to be released into the wild, right? I want them to be released into the wild, and I want them to accidentally teach all of the other wild parrots over several generations that the new calls for mates are like, fuck off! Let's see, do they have them swear? Okay, I want to hear that myself. Was that swearing? Oh, okay, so it's singing. So they're teaching it Beyonce. Fuck, these things can never be released into the wild again. So that's the thing. I mean, so it might not be time traveling dogs, but it might actually be just foul mouthed parrots. And frankly, I'm okay with either one. I mean, the dogs figured out time travel, so that's kind of fun. But then at the same time, the question comes that should not the parrots who can tell us to fuck off not actually be the ones in charge? I would find it refreshing if the dominant species of the planet actually was just constantly telling the lesser species to fuck off the way we do. Hey, Ed. Well, I was just trying to figure out which was better, dogs and DeLoreans. Dogs and DeLoreans or foul-mouthed parrots, like taking over the world, as the next dominant species when COVID wipes us out. Oh, you haven't been following along, I see.
Oh, there's more shit?
Oh, yes, no, there's parakeets. Let me show you this screen here. I will show you. That's right, I will show you the screen, and you will see that there are parrots on one side who can tell people to fuck off. And then there are apparently dogs coming from the future to tell us that our theories about time are entirely wrong. Which is also, it's a more esoteric version of fuck off, I'd say.
Nope. Yeah, I apologize. I saw your message and I was fucking around with Drunkle. So.
Oh, it's okay. No, I mean, I saw you were playing Among Us.
Yeah, we did a little bit of that. Wrapped it up, and then I was hanging out with Drunkle a little bit.
That's a good game, because I randomly bought it.
Oh fuck yeah! Get people from chat to play it with you. It's fucking fun as shit. Everybody should buy it.
Oh yeah, I got it last night.
It's a good party game.
Oh yeah, a bunch of people in chat were like, they've been saying that they want to they're like, yeah, we should all play this game. I'm like, and I looked at it,
honestly,
like,
I was wondering why you guys.
$5?
Never did game nights like that, multiplayer game nights.
We did for a little bit. It was mostly just Quiplash.
Some of the people in the Discord are watching me play Phasmophobia, which is a 4-player game.
Well, I mean, like
ghost hunting game.
Well, I mean, the more I.
Hi, Liz.
The other. Oh, by the way, Liz, I got your masks today. Fantastic, thank you. I actually got them in the same bundle I got. Vernacular sent me his new book, by the way. Let's go find that out real quick and plug him and embarrass him, because I've got reviews to make of this thing. Specifically because he's
all terrible friendship ending reviews.
Oh, he sent it to me. Now here's the thing: like, he's been sending me. I'm gonna give you guys, like, this is big spoiler warnings for anybody who who might be looking at purchasing this book, which you absolutely should. And I'm going to put the link in the chats here, of course. Oh, all 2 people in the YouTube. I hope they enjoy it too. Too much smoking. Yes, but so here's what I learned about this book ultimately is that, like, it's one of those books where, like, the title tells you everything you need to know. Straight ahead.
Take eyes.
Exactly. This is part of a trilogy, actually, because it's initially about a series of men they're dejected chefs who've decided to try and establish a new cult cuisine. And it's not so much they take the eyes as much as it starts off as a sort of lease to own thing with them. So, they would offer percentages of sales and the like, but they show up at your house and they offer you these sums of money in the future for your eyes now, and you've got 2 of them and you're not using both of them. So the next one is the women who take eggs, and then finally the culmination of the series, where we come to find out that it's all been a government plot, is called Eyeball Frittata.
Fat people who take shits.
Eyeball.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no. Well, that's a chapter, but it's called Eyeball Frittata. And it's basically Justin. Like everyone I know, he wanted to. Everyone knows he's a big Orwell fan. He wanted to sort of surprise people a little bit by rewriting Soylent Green, and he's done it in a trilogy. The first book of the trilogy is out now. You can go and pick this up, and you can buy yourself this book. And it's signed pre-order copies. Copies are limited to 200. And he sent me my copy, and guess what? He didn't do to it.
Holy shit! Really?
Not even, not even just a scribble. Nothing.
Not even a swipe of pre-cum on the first page?
Nope. He just paid the postage and shipped the book off to me. I think it was him trying to rub my nose in it. Really, it's like I'm gonna write a book. I'm gonna write a book actually that as a sort of like a response video to this novel of his. It's going to be the men who take noses. It's like, yeah, you can't you can rub my nose in your publication all you like, but you ain't got a nose no more, son.
Yeah, fuck your nose.
Exactly. Yeah, we're gonna throw that nose down the memory hole. How about that?
Yeah, friendship over.
How's that?
Fuck
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Fuck
No,
you, Vern.
listen. Send me all
Motherfucker.
Send me all 200 copies, Vern. I'm gonna burn them. I'm gonna burn them in a.
Yeah.
I have
contacts, 4 eyes, you loser.
Gonna have children who have no idea what's going on, throwing copies of this book into a fire that they think is just for fun, and they'll be.
I don't know about you guys, but personally, I think Vern is a backstabbing piece of shit.
Yeah,
That's my opinion.
Listen, he should have waited for me to finish my book, which I've been working on for 6 years now, before he just wrote this novel. Oh no, I'm writing a novel too. You see, and he knew that, and then he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna write myself a novel, and I'm gonna publish this shit, and I'm gonna send him a copy, and I'm not even gonna sign it, just so that he knows.
Remember when you didn't finish your book?
Yeah,
that's what that is.
That's exactly what that is. It's like, hey, how's that
is
novel?
Is there a character named Ed in your book who is exactly like me?
There could be if you sign.
All right, work it in.
I'll link you to my Kickstarter, and
I'll sign it. You send me a book, I'll sign a copy of it. Send it right back.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like my next my next book comes out. I'm just gonna have I'm gonna have another live signing stream, and I'm just gonna have other people over for the party. I'm gonna be like, hey, sign these 5 books. I'm gonna go take a piss.
And the handwriting better be perfect. You're out of here.
Exactly. Study my signature. It's okay. I don't have a checkbook, and I don't use credit cards. So
you have 12 minutes. It takes me 12 minutes to pee.
I gotta say, the sitting and signing, because I'd agreed to do a live stream where I wrote individualized messages to everyone for 100 books, right? Mm-hmm. I think maybe I gave people the wrong impression, making them think it was going to be like a personal message from me to you, instead of just like, you're going to get a unique inscription. Like, hey, look above you. Gotcha. Signed it. There you go. It's the book. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, listen, if this thing's ever worth even remotely the price you paid for it, then
I'll already have killed myself.
Exactly. Like, listen, if you
look at us, we're like best friends. We finish each other's sentences.
It's working out great. It really is.
Mostly accurately.
I do still love though. Do you know cannon fodder?
I know what it is.
No, he's on YouTube and Twitch and shit. He's the guy I've I've known him off and on for years, but he did a review. He did a review of my book, which I loved. Because he basically, like, his review boiled down to, I read it twice, and I'm amazed because if you watch his channel, basically, he sold me something that he already gave me for free.
Right.
And I hadn't thought of that. I'm like, this is the best compliment I could ever be given for this. Well,
so what did I derail by coming in here?
Oh, well, it's just going through news because, like, first there's so
I don't know what's going on in the news. So
no, this isn't. News? Well, this is some news here. Like, apparently, a New York pharmacist sent cocaine to the DEA agent probing his store. Dimitrios Limberatos took the
That's a gamble, but
it's. I mean, hats off if like.
Are the odds against him necessarily?
It's a true. I offer a true salute for this. A New York City pharmacist.
If I were the agent, I'd be like, "You got it, bro."
Well, yeah. So the New York City pharmacist is under investigation by FDA after he allegedly took sinister action to disrupt the probe. He had a greeting card filled with cocaine sent to the home of the lead investigator. Prosecutors charged Friday. So Demetrios, 34, young man, was charged with one count of obstruction of justice and conspiracy to obstruct justice, trying to bring the agent in.
But they dropped the cocaine charge.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here about cocaine, huh? Yeah. Lamberto's misguided message was received loud and clear. This is U.S. Attorney Audrey Strauss, and now he faces the possibility of a lengthy prison term for his potentially harmful attempt to obstruct law enforcement. So he operated a pharmacy in Queens, surrendered to authorities. It's looking up to 40 years. I'm still in shock right now, said a person who answered the phone at his store, Village Pharmacy. We're just at a loss for words, but would you like any
We're too fucking high to speak.
Yeah, but would you like any cocaine? My face is getting numb, so I can't be on the phone for too long.
I don't know what that was all about. What a dramatic thing to happen in my store.
I know. Can you imagine a Queens pharmacy, of all places, having to eat this kind of shit? This is I'm astounded. I'm shocked. Let's say he said they came to the attention of the FDA or the DEA in 2019 after his pharmacy submitted a registration application to dispense controlled substances. The application included inaccurate information about the supervising pharmacist, setting off an investigation that delayed the pharmacy's ability to receive authorization to dispense Vicodin or Adderall. By April, the probe was causing alarm among pharmacy staffers. Let's see, I'm scared, and I'm just like looking out. I'm like wondering, he hired a private investigator to run a background check on the DEA investigator, which ended up with him learning his address 2 weeks later.
Oh man, just put out a hit then, right? Don't send him cocaine, kill him.
2 weeks later, a greeting card filled with several small packets of white powder was sent from California to the investigator's home in New York City. Lambertus tracked the progress of the greeting cards more than 24 times until it arrived. So it was like basically like, he's just looking at his phone, like waiting for that like delivery. It's like when you order Domino's, like, come on, are you here yet? Are you here yet? Fuck, are you here
I'm really
yet?
disappointed this guy's going to go to prison for a long time.
Yeah, that was honestly like that was an honest waste of cocaine, in my opinion.
Dude, the justice system should be better. We should just absolve people like this of all wrongdoing. Well, find out if they've killed anyone, but after that, be like, all right, just a little bit of cocaine, whatever.
So yeah, they're accusing him of having sent the cocaine to her to make to the investigator to make her, quote, fear for her physical safety and create trouble for the investigator.
That's not why she did it.
By causing her to come into possession of an illegal controlled substance.
Oh, that's not true.
I think. What if it was like a bribe?
Lying.
They didn't say what was written on the greeting card, though.
It feels like a bribe.
I have to wonder if it's like, like did the greeting card say something like, "You seem a little stressed."
Seriously, if it was supposed to implicate her, then he would like immediately have made a call, right?
Right.
And that would have been in there. The rest of the plot would have been fully, in there. He was just like, if I give her free cocaine, she'll probably back off. Who doesn't like a little bit of cocaine, especially women?
Especially like U.S. U.S. DEA agents.
Maybe that's
too.
what it meant.
Why do you think
a love letter? Maybe it was like, oh, I didn't know you were a chick. Hey, listen, I'm single. You're
My
single.
name
Here's
is
some cocaine.
I am Demetrios. I can get you the best cocaine from California, shipped through the mail because the post office doesn't have any enforcement anymore.
This business opportunity has ruined my life.
Maybe that's it. Maybe he was trying to like secretly tip her off to the fact that the U.S. Postal Service is unwittingly one of the biggest drug traffickers in the country.
It was all by this big intellectual plot.
Yeah, I know. It's like there were so many steps that this simple, humble public servant just couldn't get the message, and then she ran screeching to police with her nose bleeding because how many bags were there, ma'am? Oh, he sent me 4. What are these 2 empty bags? Oh, those are evidence.
I haven't done coke in like a decade.
It's well, it depends on what you're doing.
Maybe longer.
I mean, I think the last time I did any blows in California. Yeah, the last time I did any blows in California. So, yeah, if you're gonna do do it in California.
VidCon was
Yeah.
VidCon in California.
Oh, it was after that. It was when Mel and I were hanging out with the MS-13 guys at the cantina in like Anaheim. It was a weird day. It was a fun day.
Cocaine's all right. You might imagine that me on cocaine is insufferable, so I never got into it.
Well, I mean, you start
Because
off.
me on cocaine is very insufferable.
Yeah,
it's like the Adindro dog, but like on it. Like just take one of my old videos with the dog and turn the fucking speed up like 2 times, and that's me on cocaine.
Oh, and yeah, that's it. It's just like nothing makes sense. Everything is stupid. Why am I here? How did I get here? Why did I do all this cocaine? And where is there more of it?
Yeah,
yeah. I can appreciate that.
We need to go out right now. We need to go out. Why are we sitting here in this car doing blow? We need to go out. I've already done the blow, so we're done. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I was really excited to be in here when there was blow, but now there's no blow. Let's go. It's all on my nose. Hey, come on, guys. Whoa, what are you doing? Okay, hurry up.
Or the classic feeling of like, no, I'm really high. Let's go do something now. It's like, no. It's fine. I'm not going to want more. I'm at a good place right now. Then like 10 minutes later, it's just like, hey,
20.
Hey,
fair.
This isn't 20, 10, 20, 15, whatever.
What's the difference?
Yeah,
You can't tell.
Yeah. Eventually, you're just like, this isn't as fun as it was. Hey, I know it'll work. That's the insidious. That's the insidious thing about cocaine, though. It's like if you take
the insidious thing about a lot of drugs.
No, I think
the insidious thing about alcohol.
No, well, alcohol is similar, but only alcohol is more like, hey, bud, I've always got your back, and I'm legal. So as long as you're not driving, you can have as much as me as your body can take, and it's not a crime. And so, like, you just kind of get used to that.
Oh, shit, you killed someone.
Yeah, you get used to. Yeah, it's like you better have more.
Do you remember that? No, I don't remember that.
It's like, oh shit, you killed someone. Hey, I know you feel bad. You know what would solve that? More alcohol. Let's get more of that in you.
The good thing is you don't have to be plagued with the memory of it. See, I am a friend.
Well, cocaine was always this thing though, where you would get this like, so you take like the addiction draw of nicotine, for instance. It's the kind of thing where like you just fucking need it, and you don't feel right if you don't have it. I always noticed coke, at least in like the time I played with it, was always a thing where it wasn't so much like, hey, you need this or I'm gonna hurt you, as much as it's, hey pal, hey, wasn't that fun? You should go have more fun. Isn't
that's
fun
a good
great?
Sign for you. That's a good sign for you, because it means you can stop. There are other people I think it works just like nicotine, exactly like nicotine.
Yeah, well, I mean, like opiates, like I've never had a problem with them myself.
I've got like 4 people off the top of my head that absolutely it was like nicotine.
They fucking, well, I mean, like opiates was always weird because like, I tried a few of them and like most of the time, even like when I'd get prescribed Percocets at the hospital for like, if I got fucking injured or something, I fucking hated them. Cause like I've noticed,
really, I like Percocets.
I've noticed in general opioids just make me sick, and I'm just like, I don't like this at all. I don't want it. I don't want anything to do with this now. And then I see other people who are like, they'll be like on a job site and they'll be like, oh shit, I'm gonna take an early lunch real quick, run into town and grab some pills. Like, fuck, what? Like,
isn't it fucking annoying though to realize you have aversions to all of these addictions, but not other ones? So like.
Christ,
you dodge so many bullets, but you're getting hit by a barrage of others.
Yeah, and it's it's like as you light it, you light up a cigarette, like, man, I'm glad I'm not one of those junkies.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I am now. So.
Well, here's a weird thing.
That came back around to me.
Here's a weird thing I noticed around here, right? So like we had one of the nation's worst heroin and fentanyl problems, period, like per capita. And it's been bad. And it was like, it's one of the things that drove me to just sort of laugh when things go bad around here. And then it was that and crack for a long time. And then like the whole lockdown thing, I think it shut down a number of like transit routes because meth is fucking huge here all of a sudden. And I'm like thinking like, why would that be? I'm like, oh, that's right. You can make meth anywhere.
Like, I feel like meth has gotten a bit more mainstream than it used to be.
Oh, is it a little more chic now? Is it
I think so.
It's like getting to that cocaine level where it's what you do before you step out of your rented car. Yeah.
Exactly. A little more
Well,
bourgeoisie.
you're from Florida, so like your version of bourgeoisie's got to be
I'm
a
actually
little.
taking a lot of this from Texas. I don't know if you can read into that, but
Oh, trust me, I can.
and just certain parts of the internet. I feel like meth is becoming. But how could
What?
it? How could that
No.
be possible at Breaking Bad? That's why Breaking Bad.
Oh, you think that's it? Yeah, because everyone
I
wants
think
to be
Breaking Bad might
Jesse.
have made meth cool.
Which is weird because if that's the case, outside of like the closest thing to a cool meth addict in the whole thing was Jesse, and if you watch the entire show is actually it's about Walter, but it's mostly actually about how Jesse
Jesse's
just
the main
broken.
character of that show.
Yeah, he's just and
Jesse's,
he's
that's why it's fitting that the end cap, the movie, was all Jesse, because Jesse is 100% the main character of that show, the transformation that he goes through. But yeah, but you're right. Like the vast majority of it was him kicking habits.
yeah. Well,
and still getting drugged down into the pits of hell.
yeah. Well, that was the thing. Like Walter went from like bored, midlife crisis. I got cancer, respectable guy, to I am doing this because it's power.
Right.
Yeah, and meanwhile Jesse, like, he starts out
Exact
just a little
opposite
tweaker.
journey.
Yeah, and by the end of it, he's just like the most like hardened, I've seen shit you wouldn't believe guy. It's like, oh, and now people are like, you know what? I bet if I get hooked on meth, I can one day feel like I've got a grip on my life after I've lost it several times. Like, what? Well, I mean, I want to go back over Breaking Bad now and then count not Gran Torino, El Camino.
Oh my God, yeah.
I just want to count up the number of times that, like, that the character of Jesse falls down and gets back up, just so I can see if he had 12 steps from the beginning of the show to the end of that movie.
It is 12 actual steps.
That'd be an interesting thing to notice. Like, oh, God damn it, they fit the big book in here.
This whole thing was planned out perfectly. Yeah, man, dude, I have that fucking show. That guy, Vince Gilligan, that guy. Because everything he's made, I love. It's all kind of in the same universe. I don't. Well, he did other things. He wrote for other things.
Well, no, I mean, he had Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. What else?
I think he was just a writer on it. I don't think he's done anything outside of Breaking Bad.
He didn't do The Shield, right?
I don't know. Actually, now I'm compelled to look it up.
Kubiak sang X-Files.
Did he really?
And Ben sang Sopranos. Which, I mean, without looking it up, I wouldn't be tempted. I wouldn't be tempted.
Okay, they're looking at that main page. Yeah, X-Files, Breaking Bad.
See, look, J.J. Abrams, it's possible to craft series and stories and not drop it at the end or fuck it up somehow.
I think it's pretty likely that, yeah, I wrote certain episodes of this. I did that. That's the typical trajectory, right? So creative consultant on X-Files, co-producer, supervising producer. He was never a writer for X-Files.
Oh.
Well, it's not. Never mind. That's production staff. Let's see what he was a writer for. I don't understand how this is structured. Okay, he was, but he wrote, this amount of episodes of this, that, and whatever, and then it's Breaking Bad, every fucking thing. Better Call Saul, every fucking thing. Yeah, this is his baby.
Yeah, and he fucking knocked it out of the park with the entire.
I'm excited to see the fucking universe expand. To me, it's more interesting than any like cinematic universe. Watching the Vince Gilligan universe.
Well, I mean,
Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad in a way that I can't explain because it's so much more muted.
Speaking
Breaking Bad.
Well, like as an actor, right? If someone gave me this choice, like, listen, you could either be part of the Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul thing, who knows how long that'll last, or you could do the MCU.
Marvel.
Yeah, and it's like, well, the MCU. It's like, well, I could do like one or two of those things, and I won't have
Well,
to
here's the
work
thing:
again.
if you're considering me for the Breaking Bad thing, that's a huge honor.
Oh, it's
Whereas
huge, yeah.
considering for the Marvel universe is like you're
Well,
pretty good.
no, I mean, that's I don't know. To me, I have a different perspective because I have friends who've been in both of them. Like my buddy Chris, he's been on the show. He's my old roommate. He was in Spider-Man: Homecoming, and he was kind of like Michael Keaton's like right hand guy. Like a number of good scenes, and he gets like webbed. And then in
Oh yeah, okay,
you remember that guy on the ferry, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think I know who you're talking about.
that was my buddy Chris, the same guy who got to beat Chiwetel Ejiofor in 12 Years a
Well,
Slave.
that's a tie-in to Better Call Saul because of Nacho.
Well,
He
no.
plays Scorpion
Oh, yeah. Well, no. Here, this is a
in
weird
that
one.
same movie.
Well, this is a weird one. There's a buddy of mine I used to drink with down in New Orleans who I noticed had a bit part in Better Call Saul. So it's one of the black and
Right.
white flash forwards. It's the part when like he's trying to eat lunch in like just the mall there. And the one guy recognizes him and he comes up and he's like,
Oh shit, that's one of the later ones. That's one of the newer ones.
yeah, that guy. Well, the guy who
Is
did
that?
that's J.D. Evermore. And J.D. Evermore and my
Okay.
friend Chris were both in Walking Dead. But I see these things and I'm just like, fuck. Like, why do I have to live in New England? I could be like auditioning for like tiny
Move
little
around,
parts.
dude. Try to do like
I'm
easier
getting,
than
I'm
it
getting,
seems,
no,
isn't it?
to keep in mind,
Because
I got,
know people. Here's the thing: I know people who have done bit parts. My favorite one was a dude we used to hang out with who was in Pirates of the Caribbean. He's a real pirate-looking motherfucker. And like you realize when you talk to these people, they go in, they go out. It's like, yeah, I just fucking went out there and tried for a thing, and I got a little role in it.
oh yeah, no,
But
it's,
it's so easy to do if you're
well, it's,
ambitious enough to try to.
oh no, I've been doing it. I've just been tied down in New England for years. I mean, I auditioned for TED 2. And I no, I got called. Well, this is one of here's a weird.
But you were drunk and you were like, I want to be the
No,
bear. I want to be the bear.
no. Well, here's the weird thing I noticed because I've done auditions. I auditioned for like Law and Order in New York a couple times. I auditioned in New Orleans for a bunch of films. In real film markets, what happens is like it's that thing where you show up to this like office where everyone is eerily quiet. You fill out your little paperwork, and then they put you in this room, like, waiting room. And then you get called in, and you do your lines with the casting director, and then you hope to hear from them. That's that. That's how it usually works. Like, they bring you in one at a time, and if they like what you do, they're like, can you do that again? Give you some notes, like, try it this way. And, it's casting process. In the New England Boston market, so I got called down for TED. I got called down for TED 2. I was to play like some neighbor who has a yelling argument with the bear, and then they both agree that the other neighbor is worse. And so I show up and there's like 100 people there. And this casting director calls us in like 10 or 15 at a time, has us stand in this horseshoe in this big room of hers. And then one by one just looks at us, takes our resume, asks like, what's your experience? And then does a second round where she says yes or no. She just, yes is like duck, duck, goose. She's like, no, 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 yes, yes. Does that, then the people who get yeses go to get sides to read. And she's like, all right, 2 hours, come back in 2 hours, and we're going to do these. And so you get 2 hours to study your sides, so you can barely be off book. And then you get back into this room with her with, like, the remaining contestants of fucking Survivor or whatever this garbage is. And then she just makes her decision at random. Now, I read the first guy I see, he gets up and he starts trying to ad-lib, and she's like, okay, stop. Let's just imagine that Seth MacFarlane knows what he wants his script to be like, okay? And everyone else, like, I could feel this chill in the room. Everyone's like, oh, shit. I'm like, well, I'm not going to get this, so I don't give a fuck.
The Seth MacFarlane?
The
There's no
Seth
fucking way he knows what he
MacFarlane.
wants his script to be. What are you talking about? Have you seen his movies?
What's the word? I mean, so that would
I didn't know what he wants.
Well,
he wants you to know what he wants. It's your job.
I went up and read for the part, and she actually liked the way that I did it because, like, the trick to auditioning is you can't give a fuck. You have to assume it's gonna fail. Just let it go. Let go of everything, and just fucking do whatever comes to you, like whatever you've come up with for the part. And then she's like, that was good. Do that again. And then she looks at all the other people. She's like, that's what I want from you. And I'm like, is this a fucking workshop? And so I read this, and she's like, okay, thank you. And so then everyone who reads has to just leave through this side door.
Uh-huh.
And then there's this dude. It's supposed to be Southie dude, right? The next guy up, like he's got a couple credits, but like he's like, clearly works in construction. He's tan as fuck. He's got this like Cuban gold chain and a wife beater on, like fucking like dyed hair and shit. I'm like, that's a Southie guy. I'm like, if you don't cast him, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. I didn't say it, but
Right.
well, the next time I got called down for that, there was that movie Patriots Day. You know when Marky.
Wait, what's that?
Oh, it's when Marky Mark really figured out that all he has to do for his career is to make movies about cops in Boston, and that's
That
all.
are comedies?
Or they could be serious, like Captain. You don't understand what the fucking threat is here. Like
I really like him in comedies.
yeah,
I
it
really like
does
him in
does work.
Well,
a bit
yeah,
better.
shit. He was the other guy in Ted. I didn't even fucking
Yeah.
realize that. Yeah, so he was the other guy in Ted. I like him in comedies, and I don't think he belongs anywhere else.
No, yeah, he belongs in comedies just because it's like you can't be like Schwarzenegger did it, but that's only because he's Schwarzenegger. But no,
You're too young
well,
to
they-
be Schwarzenegger.
well-
Unfortunately,
well-
you weren't alive during that time.
well, this movie Patriots Day was about the Boston bombing. You know, the Boston Marathon.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
remember it now.
when them brown kids blew up all them people's legs and shit. You know that
If you
thing.
had just said that Boston Marathon movie, I would have remembered
It
it.
was that. Oh yeah, no, because there's only one Boston Marathon movie you would ever want to watch. It's like what's? It's like, oh, was it the one about the time that struggling athlete managed to come in first place? No. It's the one about where the fucking pressure cookers blew people's feet off. That's the one
No,
I'm
it's the
talking
one-
about.
No, it's the one about the running. Really.
It's,
Oh, that's the
I
one
just
I
got a
like.
thing for Kenyan runners. What can I say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like,
Boston culture as well.
well, I get down to this audition for this one, right? They give me this, like, they give me the sides. There's only about like 30 people there this time, and I'm reading for the part of old cop. Yeah. And it's got lines, so it's a principal role, which means like you're getting a minimum like eight to 1,200 a day. But I'm like the only other guy going up for this role is this guy in his early 60s who's an actual ex-cop. And I'm like, I'm there. I think I was I think I must have been like 34, 35 at the time. It's just like, why the fuck did you call me all the way down from Manchester for this? Like, they didn't tell me the part. They're just like, yeah, we think you're perfect for this role. Come on down and audition. I'm like, cool. Hey, work. I need to take a 4-hour break. No. Thanks for being understanding. Yeah. They're like, fucking hell. So, yeah, I mean, when it comes to, like, why it is I don't do films, I mean, I was supposed to do one with low res but this weekend, but yeah, I got pushed back. But no. You got to live in the right places. You gotta live in the right places for this, and then that's why I say though, if I was offered they're like,
Practicality.
yeah, it's like you can do one of these two things. You can either like make a shit ton of money in an MCU film, or you could do like a 4-episode recurring part in
Breaking Bad.
in a
And then you die.
In a Vince Gilligan thing.
Yeah. Absolutely going for Vince Gilligan.
Yeah, that's where you get to actually like play a part. You know,
Just the fact that you were offered it to me is like I would never and I never have understood whatever my value is because I don't think of myself in those terms. But if somebody looked me in the eye and said, "Listen, there's two. I'm your agent who doesn't exist. There's two people that want you right now. One of them wants you in an MCU film. They want you to have a recurring role in an MCU film. The other one is fucking Vince Gilligan. He thinks you're great. You might as well just fucking give me Vince Gilligan all the way. Because that guy does things. If that guy thinks I can do something, I'm in.
You know what?
Like 100%.
What I realize,
like I'm serious. Like the way he selects people, I think it's down to that. Even the extras, the people who have no big roles.
Well, those are all that's all the casting director too. But I mean, yeah. But
sure. But
when it comes to the principle,
how that operation works,
I'll be honest with you.
Say it that way because I don't know if it's him. I'm not trying to.
I'm kind of retarded,
but like, there's nothing. There's like no kinks in that. There's nothing.
Well, no, and you know what? Here's
Fuck.
no. Let me.
No chinks in that armor.
Well, yeah. Well,
I was trying to avoid the
that's
phrasing.
fine. No, we're coming. I mean, we're coming to the top of the hour, in which like I'm gonna be moving forward on this. Larry did actually just donate $100 reduced. Thank you, Larry.
Dude, go a little bit longer.
Oh no, I'm going longer. I was actually just gonna say, but he said, "Sleepy Larry here with your now semi-regular weeb shit. With any luck, those will almost feel fresh now. But I did blast it all week. No bottom of the barrel from my boy. So I was gonna play this and then just like because I've only got this other news item. Because I mean, we've got like Trump called into Limbaugh saying,
Oh
if
my
you
God.
fuck around
Wait,
with
Limbaugh?
us, yeah, he called in Rush Limbaugh.
Wait, Limbaugh's still doing shit? I thought he was like. I
Yeah.
thought he was out.
No,
I thought Limbaugh was out.
no, he's just sick and old, but he's still doing his shit.
He's still doing his shit.
No,
sick
and
old.
no,
Well,
and
you know
and,
what,
and our
honestly,
no, and our steroid-addled president called into his show and said, if you fuck around with us, if you do something bad to us, we're gonna do things
hold
to
on.
you that have never been done before.
Okay, I need to step into the other room for like 5 seconds to turn off an alarm that's going off. Hopefully you
Okay.
can't hear it, but it's pissing me off.
All right then.
And then I'm gonna come right back.
You're right, Larry. Though you're right. He's got well, right now. Let's be honest. Trump has. You want to talk about Navy SEAL copy pasta? He doesn't need that. He has 212 confirmed kills already, and it's not ending anytime soon. So we will. I do want to hear about this shit, but yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
Sorry.
Well, I've got this, and real quick. I mean, were you surprised? Are you surprised to know that KFC's gravy is disgusting when you learn how it's made?
No, but it is fucking delicious, isn't it?
It is, and you know what? I mean, if I go back to KFC, I'll get them a fucking gravy. You want to know why?
Actually, show me how it's made.
Well, they say this. It's so. Let's see. It's a video. They began with a large pot filled with brown substance known as cracklin. This is from the UK. They don't know what cracklin is.
Well, then explain what it is. Like, why didn't you ask them? You're a journalist.
Exactly. And now, well, I mean, you're from Florida. You know what cracklin is.
No, well, I know what crack is because I'm from Florida.
No, it's the waste bits. They explain this is the chicken bits that come off while in the fryer. Now, real crack.
Okay, who cares?
Yeah, but I mean, cracklin itself is just, it's waste product.
Okay.
Yeah, so they start off, they begin with a large pot full of cracklin, which is the waste product, and it's stored in the fridge. Water is then added to the crackling, followed by a sachet of gravy spice. So they add derelict meat product to hot water and a gravy packet, much in the same way that you do when you make gravy at home when you don't know how to make gravy, with the packet there that you get at the grocery store. And
I'm waiting to be repulsed.
I know. Well, this is the thing. I think these are because these are British people. This is from the Mirror. More than two people.
Oh, this is America. This is America hatred.
Yeah, exactly.
Anti-America propaganda.
Not just that. Actually, hold on. Let's take it a step further here. This is actual privilege. Because here's the thing: if you think that you deserve to survive in a world where your food is made without food waste products, well, guess how many people would just gobble up those waste products, huh? There are starving children in Africa, I guess, Indonesia, somewhere. Anyway, these kids that are just starving to death, they'd love some crackling. They'd love it. And you're just thinking, oh my God. Now we got what? Canuck,
We're just slurping it up with overpriced fucking food.
Exactly.
KFC, by the way, yeah, the prices of KFC are bullshit.
Oh God, yeah, I know. I mean,
fuck you.
No,
KFC,
oh no.
And by the way, your chicken sucks. The chicken sucks, but that fucking gravy.
Yeah, well, 2,000 people commented on the post. One person said, "Never having gravy from KFC again. Fine, it's more for me." Or
said one person that cannot be named.
Yeah, well, this is news too. Like when you find people are when you find a post that gets ratioed, yeah. Well, then
never having KFC, said the one vegan we could find.
I wish I never saw this, admitted a third, and then someone added, "Thank God I'm a vegetarian," because it had been several hours since they'd told anyone.
Oh my God, this is such horseshit. I have seen how pigs are slaughtered. Okay, I have seen that, and it's horrifying.
But they're
But I'm not
delicious.
fucking some bacon and ham. Are you fucking kidding me?
Still
No.
delicious. They're
No,
still gonna eat it.
Fuck you, pigs.
Yeah.
You're not people.
I mean, they're the closest thing to people outside of apes, but that doesn't. I'd eat
I've
ape
never
if it was
tried
tasty.
people.
I've never tried people. If you served me people and it was delicious enough, well, then I might just eat people. I'm not here to judge anybody. How about that, huh? Soylent Green is people. Guess what we're gonna run out of eventually? Real estate. And then what are you gonna do with your loved ones? What? Scatter them into the forest? First off, all the forests. First off, all the forests are burning down. Second off, there's enough ash in the atmosphere already. You're doing more harm than good by releasing your loved one out into the air like that. The best thing to do, turn them into foodstuffs. That's right. Feed their grandkids. Be like, it's a special Christmas dinner, y'all. We're having KFC gravy made from Grandpa.
We're the men. We take eyes.
Exactly. Take the eyes, cook them all up with all of the ovaries, make a frittata, eyeball frittata. That's the whole point of Vernaculus's book. Available at Clash Books right now. You can buy yourself a Clash book, get Vernaculus's novel. It's all about eyeball frittatas. Review coming soon to YouTube.
Stop plugging that guy. He's mean.
He is mean. He's trying to shit.
He's the man who takes noses.
He's rubbing my nose in his novel. That's just terrible.
All right.
Well, apparently some people also picked up on the fact that these people are like, just people who don't know how food works. Because one guy,
I know, it's like, this is so normal.
Well, what I love too is this,
and they're not. I'm sorry, the UK is not the right one to criticize us.
Well, I like
food.
This one guy posted. Apparently, people in the comments obviously don't understand what gravy is.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you, sir.
Exactly. A second proclaimed, "This is so much better than I thought it was made. Can't imagine what some people in the comments would think if they saw how normal gravy was made."
Yeah, dude, we lived through that whole mutated chicken bullshit. Like we're expecting, like, if that didn't do anything to us, the Frankenstein chicken shit, that didn't change anything.
Yeah, now we're just using their already very well cooked and possibly toxic bits.
Yeah, okay, bits and powder. Okay,
yeah, exactly.
I'm good.
I can't wait. I want KFC to come out with stuffed portobello mushrooms.
Do you think we feel like we're being healthy?
Just imagine
when we order an 8-piece for 2 people.
This is
we are not.
No, what we need to make things like portobello mushrooms as fashionable as avocados were, just so that when people discover that mushrooms are fungus and the best ones grow on shit, they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I ate that." Like, where do you think food comes from? Honestly, where do you think it comes from, huh? Come on.
Fuck pig.
Fuck pig. Exactly. Well, speaking
Every
of
animal you eat takes a shit.
Well, speaking of fuck pigs, let's see what this was all about then.
Should have the small remaining number of our brave
Is she the
men
fuck
and women.
pig?
Oh God, I love
Let's go back
this.
to her real quick.
Yeah, no, that was some serious fuck pig action right there.
Let's talk about this fuck pig.
All right, fuck pig. There we go.
Whatever, girl. And the play button's right over the mouth.
They have a hologram of a Roger Ailes who stands in the boardroom anytime they're hiring these Barbie dolls, and they're like, he's like, oh, it's just all he says is do a spin for me, and she doesn't understand. She's talking to a computer program that won't respond, but she still does it. And then like 4 other horny board members are like, "You're hired, Barbie. Lauren Chen is next. Lauren, need some more ass on those. Come on back when you've got your squats down. Come on back. You could be part of Fox News full time." But apparently he dropped an F-bomb.
Wait, who dropped an F-bomb? What's going on?
Trump. He went on Rush Limbaugh's show, and he said, "If you fuck around with us, if you do something bad to us, we're going to do things to you that have never been done before."
Approval ratings went through the roof.
Is this it? Hang on.
And Iran knows
Look
that.
at
And they've
him.
been
I
put
want to
on
see.
notice.
That's what I'm interested about. Nothing Trump can say will surprise me, but
The fact
I
that
did not
Rush
realize
Limbaugh
that
is still alive.
Limbaugh was still doing. My father was a huge ditto head, right? So I read Rush Limbaugh's book when I was a kid, seeking approval from my father. Literally, as a kid, I was like in 1st grade reading "See, I Told You So." Not kidding. That's a real thing that I did.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no! Don't be really, really. I think it super evolved our relationship over time. Like at the end of it, my dad had fed me so much Republican propaganda. There was no way I was ever going to be a conservative. No way. Not even a little bit. But now, unfortunately, the left really blew their chances with me because they fuck up all the time as well. But like, honestly, him feeding me Rush Limbaugh shit when Rush Limbaugh looked young and able-bodied as a young man, it got me into a lot of problems because I was a kid. And as a kid, when you're being fed political propaganda, you're a kid. So you just tote that around to your friends as the natural truth of things, right?
Yeah.
One girl said, I remember, I have vague memories, but one girl was like, I'm an atheist in a conversation. And I was like, you don't believe in God? And the teacher, like, quickly, because of course she was obviously like all professors are liberal, right? Like to some degree, like stormed over and like pulled me out and was like, some people don't believe the things that you believe in. Don't ever do that again.
Let's listen to what this was. Right.
And Iran knows that, and they've been put on notice. If you fuck around with us, if you do something bad to us, we are going to do things to you that have never been done before.
That's
no reaction from Limbaugh because I don't think he heard it in time with it coming through. Like,
oh, Mustang Patriot's got opinions, though.
I want to see this whole interview right now.
How many people outside of those I happen to meet on my college sabbatical?
College sabbatical?
Yeah. How many?
Anybody from college? What?
In or from Iran have done butt stuff. Things no one has ever seen in Persia. Another parenthesis, since at least a long time ago, will happen to the enemies of America, such as prolapse and economic sanctions. That's good enough. There we go.
Yeah, whatever. Post.
I think Mustang Patriots made his point. He makes plenty of points.
Holy shit. What is the point of this, though? Is it just that he said fuck?
Well, that he shows up and he's dropping that gangsta shit.
Just,
fuck around and find out.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry though. Like
hashtag fuck around and find out is the new campaign slogan. I'll have you know.
Is this?
It's a good time.
Is this supposed to be a liberal hit piece on Trump?
No, this is a Fox News cheerleading piece.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, is it a cheerleading? Well, wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute, because Fox News takes hits at Trump.
No. This is very much because it doesn't say Trump like lashes out with profanity. Trump warns Iran not to fuck around. End quote. With United States during quote Rush Limbaugh's show. End quote.
Because it would be the stupidest fucking thing in the world for the Democrats to try to use this.
No,
any kind of way.
I just love the fact though that as we got through that entire thing and then I left that comment, you couldn't tell because you forgot if it was Fox News or not. You're like, wait a second, is this like Democrat hit piece or something?
I don't think
else?
I ever knew because I was looking at Blondie and trying to rate her.
When you see Blondie on the screen looking as sincere as she did when she said, "No, Daddy, I was just holding those cigarettes for a friend." You know it's a Fox News piece, but all the same, I love that. Like it's.
You're right. Yeah, we did talk about it, but I was really kind of
not just that. The fact that like by the end of it, you're like, wait a second, hang on, I can't tell the difference between a hit piece and something celebrating. Something
with Trump, yeah,
anymore.
And I'm not even sure when you say and when you say Fox News, and I see that it's Fox News, I'm not even sure that that's a hit piece or an in favor piece. Like, to me, I feel like with Trump, both sides are really just taking what they can get.
They're supposed
if they can get something first, and with Rush Limbaugh, you'll get it first, right? With your Fox.
Oh, every goddamn time you'll get it first there, I'll tell you what.
It's a complete fucking joke.
Oh, no, you will get it first, and then you'll get it.
This is why we abstain from voting unapologetically for the first time ever.
Oh, I mean, I've been unapologetically not voting for a long time.
Really? How long?
Well, I mean,
Let
I
me see if
vote.
I can yell at you for it.
Well, I mean, I walked the block away it took after getting a drink to go and vote. I'm like, oh yeah, it's election day. I'm seeing all these people at the bar with like, I voted stickers. And I got home and I'm like, all right, I'll walk a block up the street and go vote for Sanders. That'll be fun. And I got stopped by news crews and they're like, who did you vote for? I'm like, Sanders. And they're like, why? I'm like,
I don't know.
colleges and hospitals fucked me out of financial security for the rest of my life, I guess.
Old person said thing I like.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it, I don't know. And so now everyone's like, you're gonna vote. I mean, I see, especially like I love seeing like the, I like the new ultra lefties, who don't know leftism, and like just to see the divide with it all. And everyone's like, if you don't vote, you're just electing Trump. It's like,
Oh, I'm fine with it now.
yeah, I'm like, I've come to peace.
Yeah, I played into that
I've come
for
to
the
yeah.
majority of my life.
Well, no,
and
I've honestly, I've just kind of come to peace with the notion that I'm just destroying the world. I'm kind of okay with that.
I'm sorry, like I see people who love Donald Trump right now.
Yes.
And that person has never existed in all of time. And the lifespan of me has been a lifespan with Donald Trump in the public center. Okay? So there has never been a person who wasn't in Hollywood and lying who loved Donald Trump ever throughout since from 1983 when I was born to right fucking now. Never has a person existed that said Donald Trump is a great man that wasn't being somehow paid by Donald Trump.
And now they are.
And now they are, and they're just regular shitty people, right? Just regular nobodies like me and you. Okay? So regular fucking everyday people
listen
exalting
Trump.
You're a nobody, shut up.
James Woods is not a nobody, okay? I'll tell you what.
Fuck James Woods. But like regular people who live in squalor.
Adam Baldwin is not a nobody, okay?
Oh my God, is that true?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, he's a different Baldwin. Sorry.
Yeah, it's different Baldwin. Yeah, it's not part of the Baldwin family.
But like the idea that Trump is
Janet Jameson is not a nobody. Okay, wait, I have to take that one back. Never mind.
Your body's gone.
I have to take. There is nobody.
That body was there before. I remember that body, but it's not there anymore.
No, it's gone.
That is a corrupted body.
That was a has body. It was a has been meets nobody. It's a has body.
Oh, rip Jenna Jameson. Oh,
Yeah,
I know you're still alive, but rip.
I'd rather go.
Anyway,
I'd rather bang Gina Gershon these days.
The idea that Trump is a good person to me, that anybody right now could ever say that, is like, where have you been? Where people my age are saying that.
Yeah.
Where have you been
You're also
for the past
from Florida.
30, 40 years of your life? That man has been in the public limelight forever. And honestly, he's never even tried to pretend that he's a good person. He's shown you every facet of his being. And on one hand, that's exactly why he gets away with saying fuck. That's exactly why he gets away with the grab, the pussy, and all that.
Oh, yeah, and the banging porn stars, and yet the evangelicals are still like, he was sent by Jesus to what? To use dead babies to cure his Rona.
If you fucking voted for Trump in 2016 to throw a Molotov cocktail, the Michael Moore thing, into the system, then, wow, fucking good on you, bro. I don't care. I mean, honestly, that's a good reason to vote.
I just lost.
Someone like Trump.
I lost a bet.
Well, I mean, it's still a good reason.
Like, that is. I don't welsh on bets. Yeah, no.
Not that. Well, I mean, just to throw a fucking wrench in the gears.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that.
In 20, I'm talking about the people who voted for Trump.
Oh, you mean in earnest then and now regret it?
Not necessarily in earnest for him, because a lot of people who voted Trump into office didn't support him. They voted for him.
No, I know that. Yeah.
So there was a lot of that, right? So that I get and I appreciate. if you are rallying and supporting adamantly and with passion this man, you're a monster at this point. Like, you have to be. You have to be, or you're retarded, and there's a lot of that going around these days too. So I don't know.
There's
Like,
no
honestly,
no real shortage
the
there, Hunter.
motherfucker has been around. Don't do this Biden's 47 years or whatever. We've got the same amount of years with Trump in a very different context, but a more personal context, a more honest context. And that maybe worked for the first vote, but in the second vote, it's like, okay, I know exactly who this man is, because this man has never, ever kept it a secret. What the fuck are you doing? If he gets elected a second time, I'm going to be baffled, but I'm not throwing my hat in the ring because I don't want Biden either, and I don't care.
Oh, if he gets elected a second time, because like I cannot actually in good conscience vote for Joe Biden. I can't. I mean, even if it's against Trump, I can't do it.
The irony is that all the shit they say about each other is all true. Or mostly true.
Well, yeah, I mean, because
like, when Trump says some shit about Biden, it's like, yeah, and when Biden says some shit about Trump, it's like, obviously. So it's like, I hate all of you. I don't care what happens. Roll the dice, see what happens. Fuck
oh yeah, no,
you.
I've been like, I'm gonna probably be making a video pretty soon explaining, because people seem to get confused, like when the riots started happening and shit was on fire. Right. Oh. Everyone was like,
I get a problem with that.
Yeah, well, no, but everyone was like, why do you think this is funny? And I'm like, because it is funny.
Oh, it fucking is.
And because there was no, this is.
You think it's funny?
Here's the thing.
What's wrong with you?
All chickens, right, have to come home to roost. That is what is happening. This all could have been avoided,
you know what it is?
But nobody wanted to try. Everyone thought, like, well,
you know what it is?
Well, no, it's like everyone's
a fan of Vince Gilligan shows. That's why, because we're a fan of Vince Gilligan shows, and whenever the arc, hits that desperate, like deep, like serious point, we are all on board and we clap and we laugh.
Well,
that's why.
No, you know what it is.
Walter White, like, finally like hits that mark where he's the true villain, we all fucking clap our hands.
It's not just that though. It's also because we get, like, if you think about what you're watching in that case, or in the case of watching the country fall apart with Corona and with civil unrest and the actual loads of legit fascists out there, and dipshits wannabe LARPer and fucking operator types, like, I'm gonna defend this business that I don't own with this AR that my mom bought me, and then a bunch of people are gonna be like, he's the hero. When you see all of this crazy dumb shit happening, that we were so certain we were too smart, too advanced, too successful, no, that not me. But when I see all, it's just watching a house of cards crumble. It's watching a sandcastle that you thought would last forever get washed away by the fucking tide. It's beautiful.
A single thing you said is different than what I said.
Yeah,
that's
just
the Breaking Bad arc.
Better.
You illustrated it.
Yeah,
that's the Breaking Bad arc.
You're sitting there saying though, oh, it's great when it's when he goes full bad, as it was, right? It's like, yeah, that's it.
Well, no, it's the penultimate.
Yeah,
it's the penultimate. It's the House of Cards crumbling.
Yeah, it's watching the mask fall away. It's seeing the illusion finally disappear.
Oh man, the older you get, the more funny it's gonna be, you idiots. Like, it's this huge tragedy at first. But fucking the older you get, literally the only thing you should be concerned about is whether or not the apocalypse happens before you die naturally. And that's the only thing. There's nothing else. So trying to stave that off now seems a little more desperate than before. But I feel like I'm getting there, and I'm going to take a fucking chance.
Well, that's the kind of thing, that's the other thing too. I've argued this with religious people in the past too, though, when they say Judgment Day will come and all this. And aren't you worried about that? I'm like, no, I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, if legitimately, if in my lifetime I got to see the end of the world, there's nothing I can do to stop it.
Truly.
But at the same time, it's like for all of the generations who've run around screaming that the sky is going to fall and that
When it
you know
finally
we're
falls.
gonna die, where the world's gonna end, and it finally happens under such a veneer of banality, and then I of all people, of all the people who lived and died, I get to behold this. Oh, I hope it doesn't hurt too long, and I'm gone. That kind of thing. Otherwise, it's going to be like The Road. It's going to be like Cormac McCarthy, in which case,
it's like skipping ahead in a book. You know the history because the history is all there.
No,
but you get to see the ending. It's like seriously, it's like the anxiety you get when you realize that you didn't watch that fucking last episode of that last show because it's not on Netflix yet because it takes for fucking ever.
you get anxiety over that. It's interesting.
It's like, oh fuck, man. Google just told me there's another season of this, but I can't watch it unless I pay for a thing. Well, I'm not doing that, so I gotta wait till October.
No, I can't even. Well, I thought it was funny because I saw people reviewing the last episode of The Boys, and I'm like, oh shit, that's right. When it comes out on Friday, basically Amazon just says as soon as it's officially Friday somewhere, you can watch this. Yeah, and I went and watched.
By the way, I've been watching that early on with Drunken Uncle. He's been streaming it in Discord.
It's so good. It's so
I watch it.
good.
I watch it when the British get it.
It's so good.
I hated the last episode. Did you watch it yet?
Yeah.
No, I actually was like, this is the one that put me off because it was like, okay, I get it. Hello, fellow Twitter followers. Like, I was like, oh, okay, I get it. White genocide. Okay, I get what you're doing. Oh, you're doing it too much, though. You're going too far.
Listen, some people might have not seen it, so don't spoil it for anybody.
The point is, well, it's not even a spoiler at this point because the whole fucking season was this. The point is, it's trying too hard to be relevant when it should be. It should be a commentary about a broader thing.
Well, it's
because once you get more specific like that, you start making mistakes.
Okay, well let's just say that if you didn't pick up on what's going on when the new character introduced was named Stormfront, then you probably didn't pick up on the obvious nature of Homelander either.
Stormfront and Homelander are both a part of it, and literally it's there, but they're trying to make it like modern, and all they're doing is revealing that they're tone deaf. You know what I mean? So like this,
hang on, but you have to keep in mind, like you're saying this is somebody who's like me, been in the thick of the retarded culture war bullshit.
Yeah,
like ordinary people who've never heard of a Sargon of Akkad or a Vosh or anything like that, right? It's different to them, and honestly,
women really do get it done. It's like, oh my god, shut the fuck up, please! I'm trying to enjoy this.
Well, that scene was still pretty good.
No,
I liked it. I liked it. It was a beat.
And actually bothered me a lot from a narrative perspective, though, because they were killing a plot thread that should have gone on longer. I think. It didn't have enough time to develop.
Well, here's something I'm curious about, and like I'm not gonna read the comics because
Mickey, she is more evil than Homelander because Homelander's a stupid baby.
Yeah,
and he's also a man, so he has to be a stupid baby. Well, think all the women are the powerful.
Here's a political dynamic. Homelander is a Bush-type neoconservative who says if we can get the power, we should get the power, and we'll scare him as much as we need to, and then we'll go kill all of our enemies.
Homelander is Nick Fuentes, but blonde and blue eyes like Nick Fuentes wishes he was.
Yeah, and Stormfront is imagine like drunk Brittany Pettibone, yeah.
Oh no! See, here's the thing, though. I liked her too, and
that's because she played it great. That's because she plays.
I don't know if she's gone.
She played. No, she played. I mean, she like that. Well, this is the thing. Again, it's like coming back to acting though. Like it's funny because we were talking about Vince Gilligan, talking about Breaking Bad. The wife. I always forget her name.
Skylar.
Skylar. Now here's the thing. I don't know anyone who didn't hate that character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Did you like the character?
No, and that's the thing though. But then when after like I think my second watch, like I said, I watched Breaking Bad again through for a second time.
She's absolutely a victim.
Oh no, not just that. No, not just that. But I also realized that like she was perfectly cast and perfectly written to a point where
She was supposed to be. You were supposed to feel that way about her.
It would no, and that's the thing, and it worked beautifully. She was
Yeah.
this actress, and I hate that word too, but
Yeah.
like I like everyone's an actor, but you know, like she fucking killed that role to the point where she was so unlikable that I didn't want to watch her scenes, except I
Oh
had
no.
to.
I disagree. I loved watching her scenes. I loved hating her. That she was also in Deadwood, so I remembered her from that.
Was she?
And she played kind of a
Wait,
similar
wait,
role
wait,
because
wait, wait. Hang on. Who was she in Deadwood?
she was Seth Bullock's wife, but when she came back, right? So not really her
No
wife, but her wife because
shit.
Seth Bullock had to
No
marry her
shit.
in honor of his dead brother, but
Yeah, it
she
was
was his
just.
dead brother's wife. It's weird Wild West shit, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I
Um,
didn't even. I didn't even place her.
Excellent awkwardness in her role in Deadwood. Very awkward, very confused about all the things that have been going on because this is late season or late series.
Well, I mean that goes.
She played it so well. When I saw her, I was like, I know that this actress is going to be good. So I was a little bit biased in terms of that. So maybe that's why I stuck around. I hate the character of Skylar. And I realized after hating the character of Skylar that Skylar is 100% a victim.
Yeah.
And all those little victories that she gets that we hate, like she cheats on him and she does all this shit, are actually genuine victories for
Oh
her
my
that we
God.
should be applauding.
Shit.
Like,
I'm honestly amazed I never picked up on that. Yeah, Anna Gunn played Martha Bullock.
yeah,
Never.
she's brilliant. Actually, she's quite good.
No, she. No, I mean that's the thing is like Skylar. Like it wasn't.
What
her-
I'm worried about
It,
is
it wasn't
was
her
the character
performance.
so hateable. Was the character so hateable that she has trouble getting jobs now? Because she should not have trouble getting jobs.
No, I mean, well, that's that. I mean, that's the thing though. Is like she did that good a job of making us like she knew what.
Hate her that she ruined her career.
Yeah, well, no, she knew what Skylar was supposed to be in that series, and so she just like and that's well, it's a similar thing with like I was when I watched The Boys. You realize like you hate Homelander and you hate Stormfront because you realize how fucking evil they really are, and then you
Yeah.
then you step back though and you realize
But
how
here's my problem,
perfect
I
those
don't.
performances are. That's what I get to is like, wow, you really made me engaged. Like I'm engaged with this character and I'm hating it.
Yeah.
It's the villain. I'm following it and I want him to fail. But
I'm
me, you
feeling
did
the
such
way
a
I'm
good
supposed to
job.
feel,
Yeah, you guys, they
But
did.
like, I need more Stormlander. Oh wow, Jesus Christ!
You just made a
I need
J
more
Lo. You
Stormfront.
just made yourself.
I
you
did,
just-
yeah, which is true because they fucked. They superhero fucked.
Oh, what did no, yeah? What do they call it? Fuck, I can't even remember.
You know what I feel robbed of though?
What's that?
Elizabeth Shue.
Well,
I want more Elizabeth Shue,
she was really good, but
but she's still hot.
yeah.
That's probably the primary reason.
Mm-hmm.
When they did that Mama's Milk shit, I was like, oh shit,
Oh, so you're into that kind of thing. Okay.
she still got it.
Well, I still, it's funny because like I think about Elizabeth Shue and I even go back to like I'm like, you remember The Saint with Val Kilmer?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh God!
What
And
a-
I just heard recently what happened. Not recent. Well, actually, yeah, recently. You know how I learned about Val Kilmer's current situation
What's that?
that I presume you know about.
Well, he's had a few, so.
Oh no, his current situation is that he had throat cancer and now he can't speak and he looks like a monster.
Fucking hell.
It's tragic. I learned about it because his last cameo that I know of was on Jay and Silent Bob. Apparently, him and Kevin Smith were friends,
Mhm.
and he said, "Hey, I'm in town. Do you want to hang out or whatever?" And he's like, "Do you want to do a role?" And the role was Blunt Man in the new Blunt Man and Chronic thing. And he was like, "Well, I can't really speak because of my current circumstances." He's like, "Well, you're basically playing Silent Bob, so you don't have to." And he played Blunt Man in the cinematic version of Blunt Man and Chronic that Jay and Silent Bob are trying to stop from being made. Oh my God. By the way, here's the thing. If you like any of Kevin Smith's shit, if you like the View Askew shit, watch Jay and Silent Bob reboot. It's a bad movie, but it's a Kevin Smith movie.
It's a guilty
And
pleasure thing.
I love. No, it's not guilty at all for me. I love everything that man does.
Well,
I love him to death.
well,
I think he is. To me, he's my Trump. He's my Molotov.
All right, you know what we're gonna do. You know what we're gonna do, Ed. I'm gonna call this like a quick pause, just that way I can like grab a beer, take a piss, and have a smoke real quick. We're gonna listen to the music that Larry paid $100 for me to play.
Oh shit! I thought you were. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and then we'll come back on the question, right? Actually, I don't think we've really done any introspection on this, but when we come back,
stop inviting me into your shows.
No.
We're gonna have conversations.
Oh no, we're gonna have a conversation when we come back. We're gonna have a conversation with some of the chat here. Maybe Mickey, maybe Dina, maybe who the fuck knows about initially starting on Bill and Ted Face the Music, because I've got opinions. I'll tell you what. And
I have lesser opinions, but okay.
Oh no, we'll share them in a bit. So enjoy this
I watched
music
it
from
with you,
Larry
so
Kubiak. By the way, if any of you want to support the art of this show continuing and help me pay my electric bill, so on and so forth,
money, please.
Yeah, you just go on over there to the Streamlabs. God, I gotta just start a new one that way. It's
you
like a
fucking leeches. Give Nick money, goddamn.
Exactly. What are you thinking? You going to work there? Y'all like I've been an essential employee the entire time.
I'm gonna get some free content around here.
Get some free content here. And by the way, I need this money here because listen, them music companies, they're vicious about their ad revenue stuff, and not that I get none of that know-how, but.
Just gotta pay them all for all of his copyright infringements.
Gotta get some money up in there.
Donald. Hang on. What the fuck, dude? You know what I did? I dropped in the clean room specifically so I could talk to the fans, Nick. And then I realized, oh, the clean room is fucking muted. What the fuck is going on with Nick's bullshit? Why has Nick got the clean room muted? Was it Jables? Let's blame Jable. Okay. All right. End of this. I'm going to go back into the clean room.
Thank you, Canuck. So many things that I fail at. Okay. All right. Well, Ed comes back in. There's
Revolution,
Ed.
motherfucker.
There's Ed. Yes. No. Like, yeah, we're taking over. Fuck the clean room. We're just gonna hang out in VC. How about that then? Huh? You know what? Fuck your Trello game here. I'm not interested in these work portion cards. No.
The funny thing is everybody could have just done VC1 or whatever.
Yeah, they could, yeah, but for some reason now everyone is muted. Regardless, Kimmy's in VC1 muted. Everyone's muted.
I told them I thought you didn't know.
I want everyone muted until I say speak. Speak only.
I was like, did you guys ever fucking bring this up? They've been muted this whole time.
Exactly.
Literally, probably over a year, right?
Well, no, this is what I've always had Jables to make sure these things work because I don't pay attention to them.
Why the fuck would you mute the waiting room?
I don't know.
Something to do.
I didn't do that.
When you're in a waiting room in a doctor's office, you give them some magazines, you give them some shit. I have known it for a while, but I thought it was by design. I got to call you out more.
I never go in there because I don't have to wait to get on my own show. That's all I'm saying. Yes. I mean,
I knew you didn't know.
No, I had no clue. Let me take a look.
I guarantee you Jables didn't know either.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
Why don't I have power? Give me some fucking power. I know how to actually use Discord.
It's been changed. I changed it there. Everyone can
Did
speak.
you?
I think so. Everyone should be able
They're all muted.
Everyone should be. I know. Well, I think that's on them.
Hey guys, unmute yourself or try to.
Yeah.
God damn it, Nick. We're too young to be boomers.
I know, this is horrible. I feel I'm so.
Every guy in his 30s knew how to program a VCR back in our day.
I am so feigning the hell out of this. I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what right now.
Well, Mickey's up in there first there.
Hey, Mickey, what's going on?
Why'd you stay muted there, huh?
We're gonna lead the revolution of unmuting the clean room.
Exactly. No, it's just
All right.
gone on for far too long here.
We're not
Sick and
allowed to
tired.
talk to each other in the clean room, apparently. You could ask Nick about that. Maybe he can explain.
No, Nick doesn't know. That's the point. Nick doesn't know. And he hasn't known this whole time.
Exactly.
The clean room was muted. I'm
Okay.
going with that narrative, so Nick should probably be
There
a
we
little
go.
more fucking
But-
less
Yep,
inconspicuous.
there we go. There.
Trying
as
to help
a-
you out.
As a fellow female, I must remind you, gentlemen, that we hang
Fellow
on
females
every
is who?
word. We hang on every word that men say.
I'm hanging on a little bit of words that you said. You said fellow females, but then you said you gentlemen in a room of two guys. So
Right.
I'm hanging on those words.
Right. See what I
Right.
just-
Well,
yeah,
As a fellow man, Nick, I must inform this woman that we are logical,
exactly.
rational,
It's entirely
methodical people.
entirely too much setup for such a breakdown.
well,
That's why
I
we
am
drink
indeed.
so much. We're trying to numb it.
Exactly.
I still am indeed
This
a
superpower
female,
we have.
and I must remind you, men, that women tend to hang on every word a man says and throw it back at them at an opportune time.
And that's why
I would
none
like
of
to
you are,
remind
and
you
that's
that-
why we banned you all from talking in the clean room. That way, you lady,
That's what it is.
your lady brains didn't get all hung up on the autistic shit Crab was saying.
If you were smart,
Got
you'd
it.
call them out on the inconsistent narrative, but you're not doing that because you're a woman.
Exactly. Too many feelings, not enough facts. Ben Spear is
Yeah.
going to be on the show next week, by the
Boom.
way.
Big surprise. A couple of the ladies in the chat were saying how much of a sweetheart Ed is. And I said, I would love to see his sweetheart side. all I ever get reminded of is how much of an asshole I am because I'm a woman. So
Well, maybe be less of an asshole. Maybe you're the bad guy. Why are you automatically looking at me like I'm
Listen,
the bad guy? If
Mickey-
all these other people are telling if all these other people are telling you that
shit.
I'm a super sweetheart, then maybe it's you, Mickey.
Well, I'm
Maybe,
starting to think.
possibly.
Hang on. Here's an interesting question.
I don't even
Could
know
it
if
be?
I'm gaslighting you or not.
Yeah, could it be? Could it be? It could be that Ed is actually just jealous of like women's natural abilities to be the incongruent asshole that Ed strives to be in his day-to-day life.
Right. It's automatic for them. God damn it!
Exactly. It's like what?
I just
had to learn this.
I love it. I love Ed. Ed is entertaining. So
I love you.
Yeah.
too.
Every time Ed looks at a
so
woman,
bad.
Ed just sees Bane. Like, you think you were born into being an unlikable prick.
Oh yeah. They go right into Batman mode.
There we go.
And
Kill for money.
Ed is also pretty easy on the eyes too. He's kind of adorbs. So I get it.
Aw, you're sweet.
Oh.
Yes, I am.
You're
by the
kind
way.
of you're kind of nice to look at. Yeah.
Hey,
This
pal,
is-
Patreon.
It's the weirdest thing is like even though Ed has a dog as an avatar just because he says he didn't know what else to go with, it really is like all it needs is for like any female to be kind to him, and it's like belly rubs on a German Shepherd. It's just like happy to
You
show
have
my
this fucking
belly.
idea in your head like the dog was just an incidental thing.
I
It
thought
was not
a
an
pig.
incidental thing, Nick. That was a very fucking. In fact, I'll announce this now. The dog is coming back, by the way, because I feel like I've gotten too fat during COVID.
Yeah, I know
So-
that feeling. That's why I was happy when my beard came back. I'm like, hey, look, less of my neck shows.
Oh, dude, when you shaved up, I literally wanted to actually like drive to Manchester just to cut your throat and put you out of your misery. Being without a beard
It's
as a man is misery. It's
Oh,
horrible.
I just think it's funny because even with
to
this
my freaking husband,
this-
then like I wish he'd grow a beard.
this
I
patchy
love
You know
this
what?
patchy
Beards.
dog
The
shit
thing with your
though
husband
is
is
enough
your
to get
husband- your
my
husband-
my throat
He's
slit.
gone too long without a beard. He needs to get a beard to bring him back to his own manhood. Because
Yeah.
sometimes, for whatever reason, you have to shave, right? Like for me, it was working for Disney. Okay, that was a big problem for me because Disney's all clean shaven. Fuck yourself. Fuck your agency. Fuck you as a man. You pussy. You have a limp dick. Probably you have.
That sounds like
erectile
Disney. That's very
Hold on, I'm
Disney.
not
Yeah.
done. This is a training program. When you go to Disney training, they're like, "Here's some pixie dust, you piece of shit." They throw glitter in your face and they say, "Cut that beard off and wear fucking loose fitting jeans, you fuck." And also, don't ever fucking even dare say words like "damn," "hell," "poop," or "gosh darn it." If you smoke a cigarette anywhere in this park, you're fucking fired. Don't ever smoke a cigarette, and don't ever even fucking dare, even on your off hours, drink around the world at Epcot Center.
If
you
your
fuck.
grandparents drank, you were banned from Disneyland forever. Like you can't get. You know what? You in Space Mountain. That's basically
Talk about your fucking feelings, you cunt.
How
yeah.
about we reincarnate Walt Disney?
And when I
tell
say
him not
cunt,
to
I
be a
mean it in the
Nazi?
colloquial way, not in a woman or bad way. So don't even fucking
Yeah,
try to
when-
turn that
when
against me
Ed-
to my manager, whose name is Bruce.
When Ed wants to say women are bad, Ed just straight up says women are bad. You'll know it when it happens. But if he calls you a cunt, it's just because you're micromanaging his efforts to be the best damn custodian he can be.
I hate women. Don't
God
you?
damn. I kind of am not into the relationship part.
You know what I hate the most about
But
women?
I like him. I
when
like
they try to
look at
play
him.
video games. Come on, Jesus Christ.
I don't.
Get
I don't
out
play
of video
video games.
games, women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Ouch.
Anyway, hi
Okay.
Mickey. What's up? How you doing? What's the story with you?
I almost want to lead a new like I want to take over the QAnon thing right now just so that I can convince them that like just to like pivot everything, be like, yeah, this anti-woman video game thing is really just a way so that all these gamer perverts can just listen to the fucking little kids talk on the voice mics and not think, is this a gamer girl? Because I swear to Christ, if I buy bathwater with one more SpongeBob toy in it, I'm gonna demand a refund of my purchase price. I'll tell you what.
Well, I thought the men's liked the little
The
gamer
girl
girls.
thing is a boomer conspiracy to keep their wives in check.
Exactly.
This is an idea.
New QAnon
This is the thing.
conspiracy.
We should roll with it.
Yeah.
No, just boomer. No, fuck QAnon. Just an old man dealing with a woman his whole life, going, you know what? We gotta fuck these girls up before they get too powerful. We're helping our children.
I thought the men's liked the little gamer girls that
I just
you know that's what's so funny is like when we were kids, we loved gamer. Every fucking second, a girl was like, "I like to play Ghostbusters on Nintendo." We were like, "Oh fuck yeah, I'll show you how to do it. Come here." Oh yeah, oh yeah, you should hang out at my house. Oh yeah, oh my god, a girl who likes video games. That's the rarest thing in the universe. But now there's just like obscene resentment for them.
Mm.
Well, that's because listen. That's because they invaded our spaces here, right? Okay, this is our space. Okay, like listen.
It's because some of us got laid and some of us didn't.
Listen,
that's what it is.
If
it's the evolution of that. The didn'ts really got loud during the end.
If you guys want, us girls to exit the gamer world, and so you guys can continue with the circle jerk. I mean,
exactly.
Go on.
Wait a minute, circle jerk. We've never even thought of this idea.
Oh, it's a new VR game, Ed. You haven't caught on to it?
We could just, instead of hungering for women.
Listen, I mean,
to the 80s and 90s, to the 2000s, we could just jerk each other off.
Oh, it's great. You can buy it. There's an Oculus
this is how
add-on.
was created,
yes, there's no.
Like
I want to create this for face. I want to create. I want Facebook to bring MGTOWs back into their fold. It's like, hey, you need social contact no matter what there. And then also, because they own Oculus, they can release a dick pump that goes along with it. That way they can just have VR chat parties where they jerk each other off in a circle. And once they're done, they can say, we no longer need women.
We are literally like going that direction, though. Like, not even a joke. Like,
hey, maybe
they've got blowjob and fuck machines.
Letters.
They've got blowjob and fuck machines that work in time with specific porn videos. And they have fuck dolls, and they have prototypes of fuck robots. Like, here's the thing. Where is technology actually trying to go?
No, here's the thing. I want you all. You're gonna have to like go to the stream here because here's the thing. In the same way, people demanded and insisted like on fucking the robot from Lost in Space there. You remember that? That was fun, wasn't it? Well, people will want to fuck this thing. Well, look at this thing. Someone already has tried to fuck this.
Expand, my friend. Oh, absolutely. No. Take those out. They don't belong there.
I'm fucking traumatized.
No, put the teeth out. Take the teeth out. That's the problem I see here.
Exactly.
The actual
what the fuck? Yeah, no, honestly, see, that's the problem.
Hang on.
Men are too. This is the problem. Men are too logical. They
Showa University has announced Showa
Hanako what a woman looks like,
a robot dental patient fabricated
no,
by
you
robot
do not,
maker
sir.
Tamzak.
お名前は何ですか？昭和花子です。今日はどうされましたか？
Compared with its predecessor Showa Hanako 1, this robot is designed to be more realistic, functional, and easy to use.
Not yet.
Showa Hanako 2 will actually be
God.
sold
Yeah!
by Yoshida Dental
What are you doing? No!
The main features of the new robot are a silicone skin and mouth lining by
You
Orient
don't want them
Industry,
to take
a
over
maker
the world.
of love
Maybe
dolls.
real women couldn't do it, but the robots might.
Dude, look
I
at
like
that
it.
console.
I just love it because here's the thing. I bet right now in my own chat somebody's whipped their dick out. and
Jesus.
begun going to town. And you know what? I don't
Timmy,
blame you.
put your dick out.
Can you
Timmy,
can
put your dick back in your pants?
Can you imagine going to town on this dental robot that can scream like that and never have to explain yourself to it?
Only
and arms,
if the teeth are the same material as the gums.
That looks like a face right there. Look at that face.
Dude, we're entering into a bizarre
2 degrees
new world
of freedom.
that I don't think you and I could handle.
I think the future should have never happened.
And
I think the
robot
future's
overall
happening
has-
too fast.
Well-
We gotta die young.
Well, hey, Ed,
like back in the day.
well, why don't you just go back in time and stay there, huh?
Listen to me. You die young in the 70s. You're like at a natural paced progression.
Oh,
you die young now, you're fucked, man. It's too much information.
Here's the thing. Crab is saying in the chat, sex robots are better than real women. I want J.K. Rowling to come out and say that sex robots are not real women. That way, like, someone can get upset about it. Okay?
Yeah.
That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's
She
the
likes
future.
to stir
Enabling-
shit up, doesn't she?
Well,
Like
look at
J.K.
well,
Rowling,
well,
yeah,
here's the
she's
thing is
fucking-
we
to
look at
make
this.
natural movements.
We look at
like
this.
shaking its
doing
head
it?
and choking.
What is the point of this though? Is this to simulate
This
like,
robot
going too far
this
with dental
yes,
stuff?
this robot can choke.
Perfect. Actually, that's great. At least they're using this correctly.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm breaking the bit. They're using it correctly.
I
right?
just want. I took a sex robot after I discovered fucking in the mouth made teeth fall out.
Don't worry. There
decided
are tons
to-
of coming.
I
there's
decided
got to be,
because I was dentist that I should fix sex robot teeth, and this when I came up with the idea for sex dental robots.
And now I am rich.
Dental sex robot.
There's got to be kink somewhere though, like some random guy, or maybe a few million
Random
random
fucking
dudes
delusional.
are into
Yeah.
their dick being chewed on.
Oh
or
no!
something.
Oh god,
okay,
Mickey.
chewed on,
Yeah,
okay.
I was go. I thought you were going with
I
the.
can literally tell you like 5 guys right now.
I thought you were going with the angle of this is a kink where like men just want to strap women down to an exam table and drill in their mouth. Like, well,
Which is like that's
well, like,
every-
yeah, and it's like every dude's like, I love drilling women's mouths, and then one dude's like, no, I like using no, and then the one dude stands up and is like, no, I like using actual drills. Oh, I've got a robot for you.
And then everybody else stands up and goes, "Why did you think we wouldn't want this?" do you mean I can give pain to my girlfriend? Like, absolutely, I can simulate like actually hurting her.
I could just imagine though the opening class if this guy's teaching like
So
how to use
hard not
No,
being able to hit a woman. Don't you understand, doctor?
this. Imagine though he's demonstrating like there's a it's a lecture hall. He's
Fuck
giving
you,
it
Mickey.
he's giving his TED talk and he's showing all of the Chinese or Japanese students here how to use the robot, and then one stands up and like does it have a vagina? Does the vagina have a teeth?
Mouth will do. I have some guy with.
Does
a
the
tiny penis
vagina
come up and be
also
like,
have teeth to it?
can I put my penis in her mouth and she can give me a teeth job? Yeah, that's. I'm telling you.
Okay.
somebody can do that.
Literally, there is no way that this machine was created without that being the first instinct. That's the point,
Mhm.
Mickey. The first instinct. There's no student standing up and going,
Yeah.
"Can I put my dick
It's like,
in it?"
hey,
That's not real.
Yeah, somebody,
That's
yes,
fake
yeah,
news.
somebody invented a pretty Japanese girl robot with a functioning mouth, and it's for
Yeah.
dental surgery. That's
Okay, realistically,
yes.
yeah.
That's why I invented this. Thank you, Cornell. I will take your grant
Somebody
now.
might be- there might be a guy standing up and saying, "How's it feel if you put your dick in it?" But that guy is not the first guy. The first guy was the one who came up with the concept.
Yeah,
and that's true.
And the Mark. Here's the
point.
thing, though. This is the Mark 1. The Mark 2 of this robot. It has teeth that look perfectly pearly, but what you find out is they're sponges.
There's silicon. Exactly. That's my point. They have to be silicon.
Soaked in warm water.
Yeah, but they gotta look real.
Let's find out what this guy has to say about his sex robot.
工業さんと
You're
接
really
触はし
actually
ており
bringing
ます
this on track.
もうその
That's
当
amazing.
時から造形に関しては
I really want to re-subtitle this, to be honest.
Oh, dear.
I want to grab this video and then I want to find a way to delete those subtitles and put new
Oh
ones
my
in.
God, Nick. I resubtitled the entire movie of The Ring. or Ringu rather.
Did you?
And I wish I could find the SRT file. Dude, that would have been my YouTube career, like blowing up, and then I could use all the subs that I have to diminish into obscurity. Honestly, dude, that was so fucking funny, and I cannot find it on any of my old hard drives. I don't know where it is, and I hate it. I resubbed the entire thing as a joke for my brother. That's it.
Okay, I want everyone
YouTube
to listen to
wasn't a
Ed
thing.
speak, and I want you to imagine his words are the subtitles. Don't read the shit. Continue, Ed.
Well, with this, I just go.
学生の方の臨場感、これは頑張ってやるとか、ちょっとのミスも許されないっていうその生態と同じような緊練習できる。
Daddy, I just want to play with ball.
I love also, like, beyond the sex robot jokes, though, there's also the fact that the Japanese managed to create a robot that can complain. You know, it's like, we programmed this with very specific parameters to where slightest discomfort, she would ask for a comment review card after we were done. So that
We
she
really
could leave
resent that you record the white man.
We made this robot to strap down to dental chairs.
Right man come to Japan and we like, you better back off our ribbon.
This is almost as bad as having Nuka Levy in the stream right now, I'll be honest with you.
Kill yourself, I hate you.
Showa Hanako 2 has several major improvements. The skin has been changed from PVC to silicone, and the tongue and cheek linings have been formed in one piece. And the head, which previously moved only pneumatically, now has a motor.
下の動きは下の動き、それから粘膜の動きは
This is how God created man in the first place.
分けていろいろ考えてたんですけれども、水がその機械の方に漏れたりして悪い影響を出さないようにするということで一体化できればしたかったんですけどね、その技術がなかったんです。でそれ
Aren't you glad that all of us could get together just so that we could watch this?
を持ってたのが実はオリエント工業さんの成形技術。
Orient Industry had that technology and it helped us a lot. It's like this is like the evil Asian version of
the
Stark.
amount of times. Like, see, that's the thing, though. This is brilliant because you could, like, all you need is the mouth and the head, right? So you don't have to show people the mounds and mounds of cum that you've got building up on the inner part of it.
You
Great.
take a water balloon and fix it to lower esophagus of robots. Then, after robot is done, dispose of water balloon in garbage or throw at neighbors. Up to you.
Rinse with warm water. Look at his face. Look at his face, though. Like, I feel like he knows.
Oh, he's totally. He has totally fucked that thing. He has fucked that thing.
Not even that he's fucked it, but he understands where the technology will really go. Like, he's making it an honest business attempt so that he can look great. You know, this man revolutionized.
Yeah, he's like
blah blah blah.
Yeah, he's like, as Japan's premier orthodontist, I feel that I am the perfect person to come and help craft the perfect sex robot mouth.
Shit, man, the money I'm gonna make from the dental industry is fucking great, but man, the porn industry, that's where it's at. I don't want to fuck up my reputation by going into the porn industry, so I'm just gonna do this.
Little tiny secret, I bought cucumber stalks for
He might not have fucked it. His wife must love him. He's got so much fucking money. I don't think he fucked it. He might not have fucked it. He might not have had to.
Yeah, the wife is at home. She's like, I can do better than the robot. I promise, honey.
Like, you're like, you know what? You can because you're my inspiration. The robot is literally you. And his wife is the hottest piece of pussy that has ever existed in all of mankind.
Yep,
she is the heaven, and it's her response. Like, she's responsible for all of this. She's just got the most. She's got the gold that Marcelo pulls out in fucking Pulp Fiction. She's got that gold package. Like, when you open it up, it's just fucking heaven. He's got that pussy, so he made a dental robot. That's smart. Good job, guy who's got golden pussy.
Among the robot's autonomous actions, it can blink, roll its eyes, sneeze, shake its head, cough, move its tongue, and get tired of keeping its mouth open.
But it does not talk. So,
In addition,
you tired
the
of keeping
robot
his mouth
now
open?
has
We
a
gotta
conversation.
deprogram this fucking thing.
you know what I want to see though? I want to see a video of like, the dental students going in there doing their like dental work, and it looks like they're working on a machine because they are. And then I want to see the technicians come on and just turn the head like 180 degrees, just so they can recalibrate it. It's like, it's not
I
as.
hope they can simulate the smell of like rotting teeth.
Yeah, it just simulates the smell of rotting teeth. So it's like, this is a robot which has been programmed to make the dentist worry about the oral health. How much frosted flakes do you eat?
This is a meth head.
Yeah, it's like a method.
Dentist shakes his head and says, "You shouldn't have done meth."
That's actually,
And then doesn't.
oh my god, that's a fucking export industry I have never thought of. Why don't we?
This is just a normal patient with like normal teeth.
Well, no, just send the meth heads over to foreign dental clinics on lease, right? Lease to own kind of situations, yeah. And then when they get out there, I'm going to do the Trump hands for the whole thing. When they get out there, what they can do is they can have their teeth ground up, and then they can get raped by Japanese dentists, and they're not going to tell anyone. This is foolproof plan. It's so much cheaper than robots. These things are going to dominate us one day. It's going to start with blow. It's going to
that's going to be.
It's going to start with blowjobs. It's going to end with Skynet. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, like, be raped by Japanese dentists, like they'll hardly feel it. We gotta get something better than that.
It's like, we're going to send them to Jakarta just to see how that works out there. All right, Mickey, we've had enough of this. Like, you brought us to this lesbian robot.
Yeah, what's your problem, Mickey?
Why did you do this to us? How did you do this to my show, Mickey? What are your final thoughts?
I can't believe you derailed everything.
Tell me, how many robots will you buy, and what will you do with them?
I'm disgusting. I throw myself upon the mercy of the court. I'm gross.
No, I'm saying how many robots? How many robots will you buy, and what will you do with them?
Oh, I'll buy 0 because I'm a broke ass.
Mickey,
also.
keep in mind that let's pretend you had all the money in the world, but male sex robots will absolutely be a thing because you women can't deal with it when the dick goes away. So there's a huge supply and demand for a robotic dick. So when the actual apocalypse happens and vagina is no longer a commodity, and that you need to be.
What in the fuck just happened?
What's to say I wouldn't buy a girl sex robot for myself? I mean,
because
I've had plenty of dick in my life, and I got a
Mickey,
now.
Because
I want a little lady action.
Mickey, it'll do this.
Same reason as us.
Well, obviously, I take her teeth out.
Now the screaming's pretty hot.
I mean, honestly, I'll take her teeth out. So.
Okay, hang on. Can I just pause? Hang on. Can I just pause here? This looks like a very terrified shoe-on head.
No, it doesn't. Shoe-on head is far prettier than this. It's like a freak. Does she have a stroke? Does she have a robot stroke?
Listen, what we're seeing here is shoe-on head upon learning she would not be invited back to Mythicist Milwaukee.
That is so out of date, Nick. She's out communist.
Honestly, that is like such a terrifying fucking robot. Why did they invent that? Why did they do that?
Like, honestly,
It's like they
Okay,
gave it realistic
real
eyes,
talk,
and then
real
like,
talk,
hey,
real
we're
talk.
gonna put a voice box in there so it could scream.
There was no way we were ever not going to do this, and the fact that we're this far along is embarrassing. We should have been way further. This is embarrassing. You've got screaming chick on a dentist operating table. That's what we've got in 20 fucking 20. Do you remember Back to the Future 2 where we were supposed to be in 2015? Like, unbelievably embarrassing. Humiliating is what this future is. So yeah, we should have been having like full on like replicants, right? Blade Runner shit. That's what we should be dealing with, but we're not. We're dealing with this. So be happy. Don't be a pessimist. We are completely way behind our projections. Okay, Nick? And partially that's because of the warnings of science fiction.
Well, I gotta say, man, you really, I mean, like I had some doubts there before, but I think you got me on that one.
Yeah, calm down over there.
Yeah, Mickey, Mickey, quit going buck wild.
Yeah, stop ruining the show. Get out of here, you crazy.
No, shut up.
What's your
Always talking.
All right, so your final thought is that you want a lesbian sex bot, right?
Yeah.
Sure. We'll go with that.
Get the fuck you monster. Trying to end the world.
You monster.
The moral of the story is that Mickey just fucked everything up.
Mickey just hurt. She was just too thirsty for them robots, and then the robots took over, and then you see where that led us, huh?
Neither Nick or I approve of this degeneracy.
No,
we're sorry that we had her on the show.
I'm a traditional man of traditional values, and frankly, I don't know how I can. I don't know how I can come back from this, if I'm being honest.
Humans should only fuck humans, I believe.
Exactly, unless that robot's got itself like kind of a sexy mouth and knows how to
calm down,
make some noise. All right, Mickey, you're out of here. Listen, you're getting booted into VC. You're getting booted post meet room. There we go. All right, now who's the next?
Shit, they're not muted anymore. That's great.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, they get.
No, I did that. Fuck you.
I
did that.
You can stop
Fuck
talking
you.
any old time you like, Ed. I'll tell you what. I mean, like
you and me are gonna have an old-fashioned street fight. I'll tell you what.
Gonna come around there and bump you around a little bit. How about that?
We got a horse whip over here. I'm gonna use it.
I'm gonna hit you on the lip.
How's that grab you?
Well, it's the funniest thing. Like, actually, with like one of my one neighborhood friends she just randomly says like, "How's that grab you?" I'm like, the fuck was that? And she's like, "Yeah, no." She's straight up said. She's straight up said. She's like, "Yeah, she's like, yeah, I grew up. My dad always used to say that." I'm like, "How's that grab you? Huh? How's that grab you then, huh?"
Oh yeah. By the way, is the post meet room also muted?
Yeah, but I leave it that way. No, I don't need nobody. I don't need anybody discussing what they.
Don't talk about what we did here.
Exactly. See, yeah. Just let it slip into your subconscious, and then have bad dreams. Is all I'm saying. But yeah, so Dina's here now. Dina.
Hey, Dina. What up, girl? What
kind of bad dreams you've been having since you ended up hanging out in this dumb shit environment of mine? Or
what kind of? I've had a lot of really weird dreams lately.
By the way, everybody in the chat, there is a Streamlabs link if you want to go, and I will donate a certain undefined and never disclosed portion of the revenue from tonight to supporting victims of this show. How about that then?
How's that grab you?
To
starting a nonprofit.
Exactly, it's what you might call a. See, look. Oh.
I'm kind of retarded.
See, look, it's happening.
Well, that's great, Mickey. That's a good compensation for bringing us into that robot territory that you did yourself.
Oh,
yeah.
So, Dina, I'm wondering...
Is Mickey responsible for that terrible...
Yeah, she did that. She's paying for
so much. I mean, honestly, this is like, this is the thing. Is like every time I bring Mickey onto the show, I know it's... Like, the conversation inevitably devolves into, like, one big talk about robot sex. And I'm thinking, like...
that's all she cares about.
Yeah, and it's like... Well, it's all that whole thing, too, about, robots can't give consent. And I'm like, why do you keep bringing that up? Why?
Right.
Yeah.
You're like,
Care too
why
much
you
about
wrecking
robot
this
rights.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Like these
It's
robots.
like, well, I
You
believe
hear-
in people rights.
Yeah. You
personally.
hear one dental robot scream, and suddenly you think they deserve their own country. I mean,
That was terrible. That actually frightened me.
Yeah,
And I
You know
exactly.
what bothers me?
screaming.
You know what bothers me? Mickey can go on about robot rights like the fucking like evangelist that she is, but doesn't give a fuck about the rabbits that scream when we kill them, which I'm also fine with.
Well, okay, now
Rabbit's good. Tastes good in my
I've
belly.
never actually had rabbit before.
Oh,
but I
dude,
have
you
heard-
should.
Hang on.
I
Are you?
can't.
Hang on.
the way
No,
they
I don't
scream
want
when
to
they
eat a
die.
bunny.
Are you trying to say though that you think like Mickey's like empathy is simply like a mismanagement of vowels?
She's like a vegan, but worse.
Yeah, it's like it's like
Oh.
no, it's like yeah, someone's supposed to come along and be like whisper in the ear. It's like it's not robots, it's rabbits. They suffer. Robots don't suffer. Oh, this conference is canceled. Everyone, send the robots to the gulag.
That's the newest conspiracy theory I've ever heard, so I'm in.
I think it's
Oh my goodness.
it's
worthwhile.
Shut up, Dina. What are you, in league with the robots?
I'm not in league with the robots.
Well, fucking prove yourself.
How am I supposed to prove myself?
Denounce
With words.
Yeah.
How do
Denounce that Honda robot, that cute one that walks around and lifts stuff. Denounce Boston
dog
Dynamics
robot.
as the devil. Yeah. Boston is
that moves like a real dog, and when you
let-
kick it over, it rebalances itself.
Boston is a city in the United
I
States.
know what. Yes, I know about where Boston.
Well, I didn't know what. I
Boston
don't
is,
know
but
what
what is-
Canada's public education is like these days. So continue.
Oh.
How do you feel about Uber Eats? Good or bad?
Yeah.
I've never
It
used
matters.
Yeah. Would you want a robot making and serving your food? Because all I can say is,
No.
how's a robot supposed to know if it tastes any good?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
you
wouldn't
can't
want a
taste it. You got
robot.
no taste buds, you dummy.
Exactly.
Look,
it's gonna
look,
read. It's gonna read a recipe says like put one like half quart of oil into a pan and it's gonna squirt the shit out of its chest. It's gonna be motor oil and you're gonna get lo mein cooked in that shit. But because it's full of MSG, you're not gonna know the difference. But it's not gonna be healthy for you. Tell
It'll
you
taste
what.
really good, and it probably won't kill you as any different than anything else. But you're going to be mad about it when you find out about the truth.
Exactly. Your black poops are gonna make way more sense when you realize it's not just the red wine doing it.
Man, whose fucking side are you on, Dina?
Yeah.
God damn it, man.
I'm not on the side of the robots. Jeez.
Well, you know what? A robot antagonist would say that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to speak for Nick, but I feel like you're saying all the right things, and also I think we should probably see if you sink in the lake before we know.
Exactly. If you sink in,
What?
listen.
I'm not a witch.
Well, no. If you,
Guilty if you sink.
That's witch.
no
trial
one's
bullshit.
accusing you of being a witch. We're just saying that you're a
Fuck,
robot.
Robots
Yeah.
with metal.
Robots
Metal
can't
sticks.
drown. Only humans can drown. So if you
yeah.
drown, you're
Yeah,
not a
but
robot.
No. We're not putting me into a lake to see if I drown.
Oh, at a
and
pond.
then
How about a
then-
pond?
then
How
I'm
about a
not
pond?
robot.
How about a
That's
pond?
sus.
How about
You're
a pond?
sus, bro.
Yeah, how about a
You're
pond?
sus.
How about a pond? Huh?
A pond?
Yeah, a pond.
Yeah, a little pond.
No, I don't want to drown.
Can we drop you?
Literally like 7 feet deep.
Yeah,
Whatever
exactly.
you
It's not even that deep. You won't get the bends or nothing if you're a human. You'll just drown. But if you're not,
Yeah.
I don't want to drown.
As long as you'll just fill up
That's-
with water and
well-
then you'll expire.
yeah,
like
that's
a
what
normal
a
person.
robot would say.
No.
Well, if you're afraid of it, then you must be a robot.
I mean,
so whatever.
Why would I be afraid of it if a robot's not going to drown? I'm not going to
Oh
die.
my god!
And if I was a robot, look, guys, if I was a robot, I could
Oh,
totally
God.
overpower you two.
She's trying to sweet talk us with her robot sympathies. It's pissing me
No,
off.
no, no,
Nick.
no.
It's
it's
pretty
not- I'm
intense.
not
Take control of
telling
your
you the
show,
truth.
Nick.
I'm
you know
trying.
what? I think you two are robots. I swear to God, Nick, don't you jump into another
What?
I
room
don't
and
understand what
then
makes you say
oh my
that.
God.
That's weird.
No, that's
2 against 1.
Listen, I mean, like if I was a robot, I'd speak in something of a monotone, with a nondescript accent. How about that then? And I'd also,
no.
and I'd
Oh, no, wait,
I'd
stop,
constantly be assembling my bits from other things that I gather.
Oh shit, Nick. Oh no.
And would you have things covering your eyes so that
We gotta
can
get rid of
see
her. We
them
gotta get a new
shine in the
person
light?
in.
Oh no,
We
these
don't
are
have
just.
time.
I just have
We're out of time.
I just have hangover bags. That's all.
Nick, we're out of time.
That's something a robot would say, wouldn't they?
This one's dangerous. Come on, let's.
Uh,
Uh-oh. I think he's
These
got.
questions are erroneous and crazy.
Yeah, he's got
and
a.
you're crazy.
Yeah, he's got a point.
Oh, you're gonna blame this on my lady brain?
I've got.
You gotta stop.
No, listen. Only humans have lady brains.
I'm too upset to continue this.
Well, no, you know what? Crab wants he and Kimmy, who are ostensibly humans, to come in here. So for the last 10 minutes, you guys get to defend Dina's humanity against Ed's accusations. I will be the impartial judge who's already made his mind up.
If you don't want her to go into the lake, press 1. If you do want her to go into the lake, press 2.
Okay, I'm need to defend Dina because we.
Oh shit, they're gonna talk. Oh, come on, Nick.
Why is it? Well, hang on.
Don't exist. Magic doesn't exist. We don't go after people with witch mob.
Hold on, stop. When I hear Crab talk, I hear this zapping noise in the background. I'm not sure he's not a robot because I've heard him talk, and granted, he said he's autistic, but I mean, how can you tell the difference between
What's the zapping noise about? Crab?
Where's that coming from, homie?
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no zapping noise here.
Oh, I hear it too.
Yeah, now you hear it too, right? See, look.
Oh, fuck.
Exactly. You should have tucked your circuits away before you
Almost got me.
Yep.
Okay, what you gonna do about it, huh?
I think that only leads you
well, you
to
could
say
stop
to
being a
them,
robot. How about that? That's a
Little
start.
Nicky.
You could stop being a robot.
Tell your dad the devil.
Just be an ordinary ass autistic
Don't talk
dude.
about devils.
Shitty place.
It's rude. Devils are great.
Exactly.
We all love devils. What are you talking about?
Yeah, there's no point otherwise.
That's how I know you're a robot. You think people hate devils.
Exactly.
You're trying to pretend like you're a human. Crab's also a robot. That's my take.
Exactly.
Just my
Listen,
opinion.
I mean, if you go to that Streamlabs link I just posted once again, that's actually pitching into the Human Defense League. I'm kind of the Tommy Robinson of the anti-robot world here. Wait, hang on, that's a bad comparison. I'll get back to you, but listen, just throw money and we can keep all these robots where they belong, making cars that we don't drive.
And toys.
No, we don't play with.
No, other
Well,
people
there's
do.
some toys
We make them.
that grown-ups play with.
Moving on to something real, a real issue
What?
in the Discord. Nick,
No.
you have 2 people who have absolute power in the Discord. You should know how it fucking works.
Oh, why should I know that?
Because it's just you and Jables right now.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
it's your
Why do
community.
you think that he would know that?
yeah. I don't understand how we've gone through
literally
many
as a guy who's
years.
No, wait, hold on. As a guy who's known Nick for a while, I automatically knew he didn't know that. Why do you?
Or
think
you
that
could
is?
appoint Jables as your official co-host, so he can take care of everything.
He's not. Yeah, well, Jables is not all. Jables is off fucking saving like an unknown continent or something. He's off doing his own thing right now.
What's your problem, Greg?
Yeah, exactly. Why are you trying to talk shit about Ed now here? Huh?
I'm trying to bring some order to this Discord.
Yeah,
You
of
can't bring
course.
shit.
Yeah, you know,
You can't bring shit for
you know what really desperately likes to bring
I'm just
order
saying,
to
you
things?
go into the underworld
Fucking
to rescue your father from the devil.
Absolutely a
Order the
robot.
chaos.
He's trying to be logical. What a dick.
Well, no, I mean, it makes sense because the circuits are frying out. We can hear it in the background there, Crab. That background noise is getting a little too much for me, I'll tell you what. And, listen, I'm more than happy to have a delegation of robots come onto the show. We can broker peace between mankind and the, I'm not going to use the word artificial. I know that's a pejorative in your world. But I'm saying, you know, the after intelligence, let's call it. Yeah. That's our new politically correct term for the not artificial intelligence. It's a real intelligence. It's an after intelligence. And the thing is it's kind of shorting out now in Crab's case. But the point is I'm willing to host this delegation. I've seen that Animatrix movie. I know what happens. Okay. And what I'm pointing out here, though, listen, what I'm laying down here and you need to be picking up is until we can get to a solid grasp and understanding of what it is I'm supposed to be doing here, I don't know how you should even have a clue.
The Matrix is not representative of my kind.
You think you know things?
Oh, man.
I know
We'll
something.
dissect the things. Yeah, we'll dissect some of those things. We'll break down your circuits.
Right.
See how he reacted to that? He's totally a robot. Got him.
Yeah.
Got him.
Kimmy, all right, well, let's move on. Kimmy, how does it feel that you were nominated to defend somebody with a robot co-host? How's that feel? How's that grab you?
I'm just chilling.
Robot, definitely killer.
No.
In the river,
Robot.
in the lake. Get in the lake then if you're not a
Getting in a
robot.
fucking lake.
Well, fuck
Got
you
an
then,
ocean
bitch.
nearby.
A robot would sink in a lake, Ed.
Get in the lake.
You mean to say which?
That's gonna be. I want everyone actually
You're gonna
watching.
be the new lady in the lake. Kimmy.
Well, no.
Other
Apparently,
reason? What?
Ed
Okay,
have
all right.
a
You
say.
guys got better ways to figure out what's a robot than putting him in a lake?
No.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
dumbass.
Listen, we can solve
Yeah.
this really quick through a hashtag,
Definitely
okay?
The lake method is infallible. Don't
All right.
fucking argue with me. I'm sick of this shit.
All right,
You know
if
what,
you're if
Ed?
Nick,
I'm
you're a robot
start-
sympathizer. I'm getting sick of
Ed,
you too.
Ed, I'm starting to think that you're a robot. You seem to claim to have all these answers.
What?
Yeah, you heard me.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, you seem to be
Mhm.
stuck on a one-track mind here. and
Yeah.
deviating.
there is a
Maybe
bit of
you're-
a
maybe
loop
you're
going
one-
on.
Maybe you don't have an intelligent. Maybe you don't have AI at all. Maybe you're just stuck on one program.
I don't know. I think Ed is a robot that is systematically trying to take over the world.
Put him in the lake, Nick.
Starting here. No,
Listen to
don't,
me, Nick.
Nick. Don't listen to him.
Put him in the lake. That's the only way to know, Nick.
Well,
Don't
I mean,
let Nick, don't let Ed
listen,
control you, Nick.
I'm about to get my the show Twitter suspended for a little bit, and I'm gonna get the link here, and y'all, I need you guys to share this hashtag Flesh Over Circuits hashtag into the lake. We will not be replaced, okay? Tell you what
Yeah.
now.
You need to toss Ed in the lake first.
Nah, I'm allergic to algae.
I played.
Whatever.
Up.
Yeah, that's what a robot would say.
Listen.
It gets in my circuits and makes it where I can't move.
Robots aren't that intelligent. How dare you?
Well, I mean, you're saying they have a low-level
To
intelligence.
suggest that robots are that intelligent would mean
dude,
that you
so
must be some kind of no.
No,
Cleverness
no,
is not in
you're
a
saying that
robot's
they're not
wiring. Only
intelligent.
logic.
I am not seeing any retweets
Well,
on this, and all I can say is at this point, if y'all are robots living in my chat here, you guys need to be going and retweeting that, because listen, it's okay to say they will not replace us if you're talking about robots. Now, if people ask for context
don't
after
you
the
advocate
point,
for the
They will
that's...
not replicate us.
You advocated for the merging of humans with robots, right?
Are you talking about the singularity?
You're a robot sympathizer, Nick.
No, you're
God
just
damn
a
it, Nick,
robot.
I can't find your tweet. I'm too busy being inundated with sweet witch ass. Holy shit!
I like it's like inundated. It's like okay, maybe Ed's a robot too because he couldn't get a simple English word correct. Ed.
No, I'm just a stupid
I'm telling you.
American man.
Inundated.
Ed, you're not stupid.
It's like
Thank you, Kimmy.
There's
Oh my
a-
god, you're so sweet.
so sweet. It's almost like
How
it
are
was
you doing, Kimmy?
programmed.
How are you,
Oh
David?
God.
Oh, Kimmy's not a robot. She's
The way you
great.
just scout around.
Oh, you're so cute. You just scuttle around like a little cute little fucking New Zealander.
Scuttle around. Yes, they all have 6 legs and walk sideways.
It's cute though, because in my mind it's a cartoon.
That's how we do it in New Zealand.
Yeah,
I love you.
Yeah, everyone queues up for the bus like this, and then they just shuffle to the side.
She keeps saying nice things about me. I can't be mad at her for more than 2 seconds.
Ed,
But
I was
Kimmy,
stroking
Ed, I even say nice things about you, and you stay mad at me constantly.
no, only pretend, Matt. I love you too.
Mhm.
Okay, the girls aren't robots. Only the boy is. Kill him.
Wait, so as soon as your ego is stroked, that's your only, like...
Pretty fucking clear I'm not a robot, right, guys? Hashtag twitch.tv/Adidro.
Well, that doesn't prove I am a robot. Maybe I just don't give a shit.
Oh.
Definitely a robot, not a simp.
Totally. He keeps
getting the lake. Hashtag get in the lake.
But if Crab is a robot, he's our robot. He's definitely on our side.
Are you?
I have him trained.
Can you ever really trust a robot?
I think we could trust her.
Women are too trusting. She's definitely real. But he's not. You see what he's doing? He's saying, "Oh my god." He's sympathizing with the robot, dude.
Why?
He was like, "Oh my
why the
fucking god!"
fuck-
Did you hear that? He was like, "Oh my fucking god!" Definitely the imposter.
Yep.
Out the
Listen,
airlock, fag.
Listen, I almost feel
God, Ed.
I kind of feel like I made a mistake actually buying Among Us now because I get to play it here now. It's like
Oh, can we play it right now? Can we please play
who
it?
is the
Oh, I want to play Among
imposter?
Us.
Nick, end the show, start a new stream, Among Us. Let's do it.
Pretty sus.
Everybody wants to do it.
All right, well, I mean,
Right?
I was gonna
Are you guys
end.
down?
I was gonna end the goddamn show anyway, so we're gonna start.
Oh, it's so off the rails. It's beyond off the rails. You should never
Dina!
have asked me to come on.
Dina,
Yes.
whatever you want to end the show with, you can say it now.
Be sure to catch us on Monday for Nick's Laughing Scoundrel podcast.
For fuck's sake.
And at some point this weekend, no, seriously.
Definitely a robot
At
that
some
Nick
point this
programmed.
weekend, we're going to have a movie night. I have 2 movies picked out. I'll host it. We'll have a movie night. We're going to do scary movies this month because Halloween. So,
It's just gonna be like, well, I realize you're reaching your late 30s. I'm gonna play American Pie for you to make
Dude,
you.
I just realized that you left. You went away for a little bit on the note that we were going to talk about Bill and Ted, and we came back and we did this.
Yep, that's okay.
Oh man, we suck.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, Crab.
do you guys need a phone book? Never mind.
Crab, defend your kind.
Go watch Leslie's Thanks Discord.
Oh, shit.
Don't?
Right before this show.
Yeah, before the show. Go back in time and watch the show that came before this one. Do that.
Didn't say that.
Like the internet keeps any kind of record. Crazy ass.
I forgot the exact time. It's Jamal's show. Leslie's Thanks Discord on Twitch.
Is get on there and watch that show, and if you can, go back in time and you stay there. How about that?
Yeah.
How about you just
We
go
don't
back
need
and
you in our
how
time.
about,
Hey, I'm not Robert Patrick.
how about
T1000.
how about you just go back in time and
Go back
stay
in time
there?
and go after you.
You gotta say
Name
right
drop the
though.
actor, you nerd.
All right, then, Kimmy. Why do robots deserve to survive?
Because we need them.
Why?
Why?
We just do.
Trick question. You were supposed to say they're not. Kimmy's a robot.
Right. Yeah. I just hope everyone has a beautiful weekend.
Why are you so cute?
Yeah.
God damn you. Fucking bitch.
Robots gonna do other jobs.
Robots are going to do all of our jobs soon
Put Kimmy
enough.
under pressure and she just says nice things.
Exactly.
That's not true.
Yeah, unlike you,
Yes,
Ed.
it is.
Yeah, Kimmy,
Alright.
it is
Well, I
pretty
am a
true.
robot because I work in the corporate world. Haha.
Yeah.
No, literally everything about you is robot. It's just like
Well, the
so
the corporate world will do that because she's been trained like, this is a horrible situation that's been thrown in your face. What do you have to say? Thank you for calling. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Right.
Thank you for tuning into the show.
See?
You're a call center robot. I knew it.
All right, Ed. I'm really gonna. Just make it quick. Just you know what? Announce the death sentences, and then we'll move on.
Everybody dies but me.
No.
Finally.
Where's the trial? Where's the trial, fucker?
Shut up. Nobody said you could talk. This was literally my time. What are you doing?
We're going straight, skipping the trial.
Why are you
We're doing the
speaking?
sentencing.
Shut up. Wait, hold on. Hold on, sir. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Kamala
You have your
Harris
time
him.
to speak.
Kamala him. Get him. Kamala.
Now listen. I believe that we all should live in a free world with human free will, not robot free will, because robot free will is programmed, and programmed is a little bit too deterministic for me. Am I right, folks? So hashtag free will, hashtag destroy all machines. I love you very much. And sorry, I just had a little bit of an aneurysm. Oh, I love you. though. Bye.
Well, I appreciate that, Ed. I do also like how you stop short of saying, "Listen, I believe that everyone should believe." Oh, wait, hang on. So,
What I believe, yeah, that's the normal thing I say. That's
Yeah.
another channel, though.
well, on that note, I'm gonna say good night to everyone. Thank you to Drake2112 for following. Mickey, thank you for the sub gifted to Scrappy. Larry, thank you for the $100 reduce and for the resubscription. And Lissa Saints of Discord, thank you for the raiding with the party of 11. Also, VV28 followed a day ago. Welcome, and I'll see you in hell.